adventurers, and welcome to Distant Dungeons, where imagination knows no bounds.
We'll start again. We'll start from the
Okay.
top.
Go.
Okay, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, adventurers, and welcome to Distant Dungeons, where imagination knows no bounds. We are a group of D&D and gaming enthusiasts, and today we delve into our sci-fi D&D campaign, Tales of the Rupture. Before we embark on this adventure, we would like to thank the many people who made this possible. I would like to thank Mage Hand Press for their Dark Matter handbook. Adam, take it away.
Yes, we'd also like to thank the artist who helped us with the character art. We have at Lemon Slice on Instagram and at Scatterbrainv on Instagram as well.
Thank you. Good, and we would also like to mention the schedule this week. Adam, take it away again, maybe.
Oh, me?
It was
Okay.
my.
Or
it,
sorry,
was,
guess.
it was me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Chiara, sorry. Oh my.
Sorry, guys. But anyway, our schedule, what we have in program, that is, will be that tomorrow some of our players will be playing Vermintide 2. Next week, it will be that on the 18th will be the turn of For the King. And then you just have to stay tuned and follow us on our other socials for updates for what we're going to do on the 24th.
Thank you, Chiara. Good. So, we are ready. We can start diving into our campaign. So, as we dive in, we zoom on the galaxy of Rashamsh, where our heroes were captives on Altamira, which was a prison planet. In a turn of events, you managed to escape, and now we have all of you on board of a ship. And we start with the captain. At the command center, we have Rev.
Oh, yes, Rev is currently the captain of this ship. Very nervous,
nice.
very anxious, trying to do her best with a lot of information that she's currently working through.
And besides her, we have
Yes. You find Valrys. I'm Cast. I will be playing Valrys, the Mark of Shadow Elven Sorcerer, and I will be piloting the ship for this campaign.
Thank you. And moving on to the gunner positions, we have at the Arcane Cannon.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I will be playing Inanus. He's an elf, cleric of the Void Domain, and he's currently as the arcane gunner of the ship.
Thank you. And besides him, we have.
Hi, my name is Adam. I'll be playing Yurmo, the Kenku Rogue, and I will be in the dogfighter seat or in the gunner seat.
Thank you. And at the back of the ship, we have.
I'm Nathan, and I'll be playing the engineer role as Yoneda, who is also the Artificer Ranger.
Thank you. And I am Russell. I am the DM, simply a witness to what's about to happen. And I am joined with these fools who have dared to venture into my creation.
Truly.
Good.
Yeah,
So, after the events of last time, you all boarded this ship. You managed to destroy the enemy ship and are now just chasing away into the void, into the black, the space. In the meantime, you started your dark matter engines. You set a course. You had a choice between the Gnomish flotilla and the Mork, and you chose the neutral station, Morabok. And you set your coordinates and you started your void jumps. And when starting your void jumps, the shutters of the ship start to close. You know that it's quite dangerous to travel while seeing, and with the shutters closed, the computer has figured out the safest route, supposedly with no problems, and you set off. And with this, I would like to start the individual things. So 1 second.
Fantastic.
Good. So as you start falling into this void, Rev Raimi, we start with you. You know that you have the marks. The marks start to glow faintly. Over the comms, Miru also interjects. He says, "Rev, I think you know what you have to do, right? What would you like to say?"
Yes, yes, I do. I push my hair back from my face. I take a deep breath. And then I press one of the com buttons in order to be heard from the others as well. And call out. Me and my companion Miru need some medical assistance. If any of you is a healer or a cleric, I would like for them to meet us in the sick bay, please.
What's
Yes.
happening?
I-
Are you injured?
I
And,
look up at Rev being next to her. Are you injured? Don't look injured.
Someone asked me to be captain, so I'm. And I do need help, and I'd rather deal with this sooner rather than later.
No. Okay. I mean, hey, you got us off of that planet. I'm like,
I'm as surprised as you are.
And I move out of my gunner position and go to the command center as I assume.
Miru's next to you. As you're going, he will.
Right, yes.
He
I will
says,
go to watch.
as as you're going to the command center, he says, "I think this is best something for a more clean environment, perhaps a sterile environment. I don't know if there's a stick bay on this ship. There haven't happened.
I think there is
Probably.
one. I remember looking at the schematics, and I think I saw one somewhere down the hall.
Yeah, I mean that would be safer, and it is easy to access the schematics. You do see them posted on several entrances, just so that the workers here they would know where to go, etc. So yes, in fact, beside where you are, the gunner station, there is a sick bay just right beside where you are. I'd say Rev Raimi, Miru, and Inanis, you convene at the sick bay, right? Good. And Inanis, I'd say even especially with your passive perception, you'd notice that they have some tattoos and markings on their arms that seem to be glowing faintly. Which is
Have I seen them before from other
Yes, you would have seen on
the
every orc.
procedure?
Yes,
Okay.
on every orc.
On
they would
every
have-
orc.
specifically on the orcs.
Would I
And you
have
do
any
know that
knowledge of them?
I'd say no. You wouldn't have access to that knowledge. No.
Okay.
Miru looks at you, Rev Raimi. He says, "I guess it's time we do this. We cannot avoid this
No, we can't.
unless you know
I-
another way."
What's happening?
I take a deep breath. Don't worry.
Wait. If I can't really heal you at the moment. I mean, I don't have the necessary spells available.
Not
Are
to
you-
worry.
are you able-
just need
Sorry, Miru,
yes.
please.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, please.
Are you able to potentially stop a bleeding?
I check. I don't have a med kit. Is there one available here?
I
in
can-
the bay?
I think as you enter the station, you do notice there it is. Basically, there's a desk with several cabinets. There's this sterile sort of bed with some machines protruding from it. You think you would manage to make do? I'd say go ahead and roll an investigation check.
That first row. Yeah.
Yes,
You can
first roll.
guidance here.
Investigate.
By any chance,
I
has
don't
your
think it at
walked in?
this moment.
I don't-
It's,
Psychic
Has-
damage.
so investigation, right?
I can give him guidance.
I have advantage. So
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Has Yermo gone with them?
Yes, I'd say unless anyone has stopped him,
Okay.
he'll. You see
So
a Kenko by the door.
investigation, 24.
Ooh,
Home.
we're
Yes.
starting high.
So,
Lovely.
so we have yes. So So what are you doing, Veldris and Yoneda, so that I get a picture?
From we have just finished jumping. Is that?
I don't know. I'd say it's instantaneous. You it felt as though you're falling into a hole, and then you're immediately shunted out. So
Okay.
I'd say actually right now you're in the black, in the space.
Okay.
So it's very instantaneous. It
Alright.
takes a few minutes.
Am I needed on the pilot's chair right now, technically? You know what? Technically no, but we are out in empty space. I'm going to stay on the pilot's chair. I'll be on comms. I'll just be like, I'm going to hang out here just in case anything comes up. Just be quick, just in case something happens. I don't know what's going on.
I
I'll
respond.
describe later what you're seeing as well, Valrys.
I hear her and I respond and I'm like, thank you, Valrys, was it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Perfect. So in the sick bay, Yoneda, what are you doing?
Yoneda heard the words healer, cleric, and he's like, that ain't me. So he's basically just in the engine room making checks, seeing that all the
I'll probably communicate with you,
all the stuff is
Yonada.
operational.
Most likely, I'll just be like making sure that our shields are back up. After Dana, I'll focus comms on the engineering section.
I'd say as well, both of you are trying to even familiarize yourselves with the ship, figuring out the new things, even different engines, different requirements, and different stuff. Good. So back in the sick bay, we have our two orcs and Inanis, and by the door you see the Kenku looking curious.
Yes, at what Revrimi said, you see Irma walk in with a dagger and a tinderbox. Be like, if you want, I can heat it for you.
That might work.
Fire heals all.
That might actually
Wait.
work. But
Well, I'd rather go with the elf. Personally,
As he sees me unfolding the stuff, preparing the bed, everything.
as he sees
As well.
an answer with the
Me as
causes
well.
and the sterile alcohol.
me as well, but like, if we are in a complicated situation, you can't really be
I'll be right back here if
picky.
you need help, okay?
We'll call it Plan C or D or more.
Plan A.
Scared, old man?
I mean, a little, as he looks at the.
And as I start preparing, I start asking, what are you going to do?
Would you like to
So-
tell him, Rev?
Yeah.
Rev Raimi.
Yeah, just call me Rev. It's easier and it's faster. Plus, everyone calls me Rev. It's weird to hear my full name. And so, as you probably noticed, we have these markings, and I show him my forearm. These tattoos and markings that now are glowing faintly reach all the way to my elbow. But they don't go above my elbow. And as I show them to him, they are still glowing faintly. Before escaping, we found out some information about the solar theocracy and what they do there. To put it simply, rather than mildly, these markings are a tracking device. They go all the way deep to the bone. They cannot be removed by any magical means that we can access. Only the people who put them there could remove them. And if we go back, they will probably kill us, which is the last thing I want right now. So, me and my friend here are in need of a little bit of surgery per se. We can't risk
I'm
being
good with
tracked by the
knives.
theocracy.
Well, I mean, they have surgery tools. I'd rather go with those.
I just want to make it
Take
quick.
it. I'll be very quick, no problem.
Am I the only one getting these vibes?
I go in front of Yermo. Continue to explain, please. If there's anything else.
There's not much to say. I haven't read too in depth because we had to grab the documents and then fuck right off before we were discovered. But
Okay.
Miro, do you have the documents or did you give them to me in the chaos?
Yes, you're right. I do have. It was the two ledgers. Yes.
At least the
we
one
can
regarding
view
at
them
least.
later. We don't need to do it.
Yes.
Let-
But
let's-
basically,
let's
Sorry, it's
prepare.
mostly
need
since you
to-
requested more informations. Sadly,
Okay,
all I
let's-
know is that they go way too deep and they cannot be removed by
yes,
anyone but the ones who put them there. So
it has served me well. But
Is there any specification on the range for
I
the
have-
tracking?
as I said,
not that I know of. What
not
do you
that
think,
we know of, they don't seem to have any limitation.
Can
Seems to be very potent
can I
magic.
have a look? I'm quite confident in my.
Of course, I show him my forearm.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check. In this case,
Okay,
yes.
I'll walk up to Miro and check his.
Miru, no.
Let me look.
Hey, listen. I'm about to get my arm amputated. I don't. Or
I can do both for you. Very easy.
He's back in the corner. Like, please.
Revrahimi can't help it, and for the first time since you've known her, she laughs, like openly laughs at it, like
You see, someone gets it.
happily laughs at it.
I rolled a 1.
Can I check from afar?
Lovely.
Sure. I'd say go ahead and roll investigation with disadvantages as you're
Oh.
closing. He's in the corner, like whoa, calm down.
Well, I got a natural 20 and a 13, so
Okay.
an investigation. You said
Yes, please.
so 18.
18. Very nice. Okay.
You see,
So yes. You managed to grab an arm and like look at it like oh, and he's resisting, but still you managed to get a good read on it.
I understand nothing, but I can cut it off for you.
So yeah, I mean, what you determine, even in honest, it's immediately apparent that this is pulsing. Something is active. But Guillermo, you go further than this. The markings, they seem to be very elaborate and of quite a high caliber of magic. They seem to be extending. The distance doesn't seem to be an effect. The fact that they're pulsing is a testament to that. So the fact that you jumped with a void jump, which is approximately 1,000 light years, which is a big distance. So yeah, if that distance didn't affect them, perhaps this distance is not an issue. You haven't seen these per se, but you do see that these sigils, it's an elaborate intertwining of a number of sigils. They may serve different uses, not only tracking. Just yes. And at that point, then he gently like nope, not dealing with this, and he walks to the other side of the bed. So right now you're on opposite side of the bed.
I'll be here if you need me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So a doc. Yeah. I mean, we just need to stop the bleeding.
I mean, so
I have rope.
As far as I know, I've been to sick bays before. They do have some drugs and stuff to help with the pain.
what do I find with my investigation check?
With it's quite well equipped. You find gauzes, sterile gauzes, alcohol, some painkillers. You find a number of things, and even mechanics-wise, the sick bay itself also does grant some healing. Let me just bring that up quickly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get
Has some amount of hit dice, kind of like.
yes, exactly. So here it is.
Sure.
Sick bay here.
Systems.
So it has a
Okay.
pool of 6
Nice.
d8.
6 hit dice, basically.
Exactly, six d8s basically. And after 1 minute, you expand these hit dice so they would be able to heal. So
okay.
safe from this.
I mean,
So,
are
are you
you
ready to
sure
be
you want to amputate?
Either that
I feel
or we risk being a flaming beacon for the theocracy to find.
Okay, fair enough. Don't want to be dragged anymore, but
Well, if it helps, I have a laser sword.
Please, doctor, quickly.
okay. I mean, Who wants to go first? I mean, wait, I'm not a doctor in the medical field.
I'm a doctor.
Not to worry.
I raise an eyebrow at Guillermo, like, truly.
And Irmo, you said that with my accent, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Beautiful. Miru's very confused.
Okay.
Although genuinely, Guillermo does have a laser sword, which will cauterize the wound. Just put it out there.
But you have creeps Miru out, so it's
I mean, it's a him problem, to be honest. So
I just look
Can
at
I
everyone
make
around
an
me.
intelligence check to see what I would need to do in this
Yes,
case?
yes.
I'm proficient in
Go ahead and roll a
medicine.
medicine check.
Okay. Let's see.
Also, is this entire discussion happening over comms, or is it
Do we
just like
hear this? I don't know.
I'd say
Yeah.
unless someone.
I mean, Guillermo probably focused common. So yes.
Yeah, I'd say you're hearing.
We're
this.
hearing Guillermo's side of this conversation. Oh,
If
dear
I
God.
wouldn't hear my side, I would have
Yes.
ended off.
It's like
Okay.
muffled in the background, and you hear the others talking.
Guillermo,
So
what are
medicine
like,
check, right?
Can I help him by telling him what I saw on the thingy?
On the what you observed about
I can help him honest to figure out what he has to do by telling him what I figured out,
yeah.
so he can roll with advantage.
Sorry.
I have advantage. What?
I want to help
No,
Anonymous by
understand.
telling him what I learned.
To understand. No, I'd say it's basically an amputation at the elbow. So
I tried.
How much did you get?
One.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
How do you?
It went from 24 to 1-1.
Listen, I don't know
Okay,
what's going on there. I hear a guy freaking out. I don't want the ship to go crashing into a sun if I lose half of my crew. So whatever you're doing, do you need any help?
No
I say,
problem.
okay.
Everything is okay.
you guys
do-
need some vent tape?
Oh yeah,
Patch up any wounds?
yeah. We will
I'm
need
not
some
sure
tape.
what I need.
I heard Yermo say laser sword. And I mean I can help. I have some fire capabilities if you need cauterization.
Did you hear that they want to amputate their hands?
Oh.
Silence
Silence for like 3 seconds. Okay. Sure, I have an antimatter dagger. I'm sure that would cut quite clean.
Same, but
I exasperatedly turn on the comm. I will explain as soon as we are done here, but trust me,
No,
to everyone, like, I will explain as soon as we are done here, but trust me, it's in everyone's best interest to be done fast.
Yeah, just get this done with so that I can stop worrying, please. Thanks.
Look, Captain Lady. I offered them swords, offered them daggers. They want nothing. Okay, I don't know what to do.
okay. I don't know
Guillermo,
what
please.
to do.
Pilot
I
lady,
can help you
pilot lady.
out,
Not to worry.
but I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry.
He slowly and with tears in his eyes turns to you, Yermo.
Can I from the comms be like, if you want, I can try and figure something out. I can come over there.
That's okay. No problem. Actually, I will need some tape. Thank you.
His eyes
Please
open.
come. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe we'll have an
a should be nice. A hammer as well. I'm just staring at Miru's eyes. A hammer or a wrench. A
Got
sword.
those.
I mean,
I've got a crowbar.
Oh, that works.
Russell, do I have
I'll
any
eventually-
anesthesia?
yes. You have found painkillers. You have found everything, and I mean, you do. It's quite as you look. You look around. You get to also on the bed. There is, as I said, there's those surgery equipment. There are some cutting tools there.
Okay.
You may not have encountered you've never encountered this specific situation.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the specific.
Exactly. But yes, up to you guys. How there are two two patients.
I'll make my way to the med bay.
I will slowly walk to
Hey,
Bureau.
is it possible for me to provide input or
I mean, as you enter, even out of sheer curiosity, I mean, you see, it's a med bay. There are several things. I don't know in what terms do you want to provide input.
Yoneda is currently thinking in terms of, okay, they need help. Body, ship. Trying to like draw parallel lines. And there's like of trying to think of ways to make it work.
I mean, yes, tape.
As
That's
Yoneda,
what, as you arrive to conclusion at the correct conclusion.
Tape. A lot of tape.
as Yoneda comes in with the tape, I am exasperated at this point. I roll my eyes, I look at him, and I explain it like as quickly as I can. Magical mark tracks us to the solar theocracy. Need it off, can't take it off magically. Need to get arm off to bring you up to speed.
Do I hear this over the
Perfect.
comms?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just say tracking, get that shit done with. Get that shit done with now and let's move.
Miru puts
That's
down
what
his
I've
arm
been
on
trying
the,
to do.
on the
I
bed,
don't know.
and he says, "Okay, fine, go ahead,
do
Raven."
Wait, hold. Your Mo is hold up.
No, there's no
Just what-
holding. There's no holding.
No. Well, you'll chop soon enough. Just wait 1
Give us a
minute.
second to prepare.
Just
Okay,
give him,
so
give
can
them an
I-
aesthetic. Give them some like.
Can I, before
Oh.
I'm given anesthetic, can I just roll a medicine check? Because I am, just to have an idea of where we are going towards, because I have some knowledge of medicine, but it would be kind of complicated for me to do this on my own, so at least I can assist Yermo to work on Miru.
Go ahead, yes, go ahead and roll. As Miru puts down his hand, he's saying, "Go ahead," and he's.
Is there any like?
I rolled a
just
4.
to ask.
4 plus 5 equals 9.
Not sure. It's a hand. Let's chop it off.
Okay,
Hopefully-
wait, Yermo, wait.
Yes,
Okay, so
Russell,
You-
would you say would this be strength based, dex based?
It would be. I'd say it's more about finesse.
Please say sleight of hand.
It's more finesse because you want to minimize damage. Cutting through, you have the surgical equipment, you have the laser sword, you have everything to cut through. That's not an issue, but it's the precision in this particular. skill.
Your more screams finesse, by the way.
Okay, so what I'll do
Yermo screams
for
many things.
everyone. So I'll prepare. I use what was it? I take the anesthesia and prepare it in a hypodermic needle.
Oh, that's cute.
Very nice.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
You found the use for it.
Inject it. Yeah, I found a use for it in the first session.
And you administer it immediately.
And as soon as I do that, I cast Bless.
Oh, nice.
And Bless is up to 3 people for first
I
level.
believe so. Yes.
So Bless.
in the meantime,
Yes.
Yoneda would.
Yes, 3. I do Bless on, since Yermo is going to cut it, Yermo. And
Good.
then the other one to Miru and to Rev.
Very good. Okay.
So you have an extra D4 to saving throws and rolls. At least there's that. I give guidance, or is it?
I think
No, it's
they're
concentration, so I can't. Yeah, so I
Rev can
do
give
that
guidance
I give guidance.
to whoever needs it.
to Yerma. I think that would be best. So
So what? I have a D4 and I have
Advantage.
another
D4.
D4.
Yeah,
Yes.
just,
So bless. Is it on
Bless-
as well on ability check?
It's
Yes, right?
attack rolls and saving throws. So I
So,
don't know if this is
guidance-
an attack roll based on dex or.
Oh yeah. If it's an attack roll, we're covered, and if it's a skill check, we're covered as well. It's just a D4.
Yes.
In whichever
Only
direction.
a D4.
So just one D4.
Yoneda, did you want to do something before we start the operation?
Yes. So 2 things. One is kind of see if I can like just wipe down the table, like just
Okay, that's
Um,
good. Yes, with
make sure
alcohol.
it's clean. 2. So we said not Rev is going to start. The guy's going to start.
Miru.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hero. So I would be like, okay, now hold on, and I tape his arm
Yeah.
to the table.
Good.
Is there any like leather straps or something
Yes,
that
yes, yes.
he can
There
bite
will be.
on?
Oh,
Or
yes,
like
okay. Good.
And at this
around
moment, I
this?
give the anesthesia, so
Very nice.
he doesn't feel his hand at least.
Good. You see his hand starts going numb slowly,
Okay.
as it falls flat.
Also,
Okay.
DM, quick question. In my pack, I have something called an igniter. Now, I don't know if this is equivalent of a lighter or the equivalent of a blowtorch.
I'd say it's more of a like a lighter.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's the
I
equivalent
mean,
of a
if you
torch.
try hard enough, anything's a blowtorch.
And
So-
Okay,
This is
so
on my side.
Yermo, all
Okay,
yours.
So
Exactly.
Yurmo pulls out this like the hilt of a sword with like a crystal transparent piece at the bottom with a coin inside it, and he like presses the button and this purple laser pops up, and he will place himself to the side.
Can I try to help him by guiding him where he needs
Yes,
to
yes,
cut?
you would be showing the exactly. Even if you want, there are markers that you can even draw on Miro's.
Okay, I'll do that if it gives him advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a cloth as well from my
Be
cloak.
quick because we
And
only
I'm-
have 1 minute of
Oh, and I'm
this.
gonna quickly wrap. I'm gonna quickly blindfold Miro so he doesn't see his hand chop off.
Okay.
It's for your own good, and I'm gonna down.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Good.
Yeah, the D4 to
And
it.
at the same time, I start preparing for Rev because we only have 1 minute with Bless, so I don't know if they will need it. So
Okay.
I'll start preparing quickly everything.
The lowest
I
I
will
can
also-
roll is 10. So
Well,
hopefully-
if it's a 1, it's a 1 though.
okay. Okay, Matt. Okay,
Plus
D4.
9, right?
Okay, 19.
Okay.
90. Okay. Very nice. Okay, I was scared for a second.
I mean,
So yes, so you
can
bring
take
down
it.
the laser beam.
7.
You along the lines, etc. You start going through. He flinches a bit, but you manage to
Pull
cater
his
for
hand,
that.
push his hand down.
You push his
Like,
hand
stay
down
there.
and you it goes through. All done. So you see he's back. And he falls silent actually.
One thing, I would like to stealthily hide his arm inside my cloak,
Why?
so people noticing.
Why?
It is quite it is there.
Okay, I'll do it
Yeah.
later.
Okay, good. Okay. So the runes are still pulsing, and
Oh.
we go to Rev.
Just
You see?
toss it into the space.
Rev,
Toss
you
it into space.
you see Inanis comes next to you. Do you administer the potion?
Yeah, I set up everything
Just do the
again,
same.
so
Check.
I try
Good.
to be quick so that we're within a minute.
Everything is
do-
everything the same. I'd like unless you'd want to do something different. Rev, right?
Just go for it.
Did Russell?
Hmm?
I couldn't hear anything he said.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Do
Do you have
you hear-
speakers? I can hear you. No, you're fine.
I'm connected well. You just keep lagging.
sorry.
You're not lagging for me. Maybe it's.
You're fine for me as well.
Alright.
Basically, do you want to do anything different?
No, I will just do
Then-
as
then go
do
for
as
it.
has already been done.
Wait, do
Good.
I need to? Am I gonna cut her hand, or
Yeah.
are you doing it, Inanis?
No, you do it. We
Oh,
do
I'm
the
doing it.
same
Okay,
procedure.
okay.
Same procedure.
He has a PhD,
I'd like
not
you-
no, he's not a doctor.
So I'd like
I am a doctor.
Yermo to roll a sleight of
Don't
hand
misquote me.
with a D4, and Rev Raimi roll a Constitution saving throw with an
Well,
extra D4. as
I
well.
rolled the exact same thing on the D20,
Beautiful.
Which is
so
not
a
that
dirty 20.
Okay, that's
Oh, nice.
nice.
Oh, nice.
And I rolled.
Yurmo looks very happy for himself, by the way. He's just smiling as much as a Kenku can smile.
Is this a saving throw, Rev?
Yes, she gets the default.
Okay, so default.
Yes.
17 total for my
Very
saving
nice.
throw.
Good. And even as this is happening, Miru says, "Come on, we can do this. We'll be free from their ties." And with the procedure fully done, Miru looks you in the eyes. There are some tears falling from his eyes as he grins slightly. We did it. We're free. And
For now.
I go to bandage his hand because it's like
Same with
I'd say
It
everything.
was a laser sword, so technically it's cauterized.
Yeah, it's already
Technically.
cauterized.
I'd still say the
hygiene.
others they bandage and they clean and everything. There are several
Okay.
things.
Are there two beds so that at least they can lay down a bit?
There is only one bed, but
They can squeeze in.
But Miru says, just put me on the desk. There's also a desk.
I can do the
Okay,
desk.
I
He's an
need
old
the
man. He
desk.
has back problems.
Oh, come now.
Are you or are you not older than me?
Well, I mean, old is just a number. Age is just.
Anesthesia is not anymore taking effort, so they start feeling the pain probably.
Okay. I'm not gonna complain.
Just lay the fuck down. I say gritting my teeth and like
Yeah.
I look at the stump in kind of morbid fascination, like because I can still feel my arm in a way. I feel the pain, obviously, but like
Yes.
it feels as if my arm is still there. So it's it's a novel sensation. And then I turn my head and look at our cut off limbs. And I see
They're
that the
just
mark is still
they're both in
glowing.
Yurmo's hand, by the way. He's doing this with them.
Can you just shoot him?
They are flashing.
It's a rave.
Just shoot him.
Wait,
Shoot him.
We need to destroy them.
okay. I'll lay you down. Could I use a few minutes with the sick bay to like use a few of the
I'd say,
charges to help alleviate any
exactly.
pain?
Yes.
So
I'd say
Yurmo will. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Probably.
So to wrap this encounter, this sort of encounter, both of you rest down. You get a few minutes. Even the med bay is used. You basically the healing of the med bay is through administering of painkillers, like small healing potions, sort of these stuff. And the two of you are set to recover. I'd say with this you have lost half your hit points in reality, mechanically speaking, and
I mean, I would try to use the sick bay. So would I roll them?
Basically,
Yes,
so we have
it's permanently.
As that, you can use 3d8 on each
Oh,
of them.
okay. Jesus.
Exactly. So I'll start.
But through the pain and all the situation, this is a new thing.
Yeah.
You lose half your hit points instantaneously during the procedure, and now you're going to recover a few of them, and over time you.
So with 3 to Rev, I give her 16 hit points maximum total. I don't know.
That might be actually like all your hit points.
Yeah, because I have a maximum of 31, so
So yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
I am
exactly
at full
fine.
health.
And for Miro, let's see, 7, 9, 15.
Miru's at full health as well, just like
Okay.
very nice. So, and they do tell you to basically we have to destroy those arms because they are beacons.
Yeah. On that, I will go on the comms and I will contact everyone, but I'm gonna call.
I'm the only one who's not there.
Yoned and Valorous.
Yoneda's there next to you, so...
Yoneda's next to you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I literally do this.
Yoned and Valorous. Is there
Yeah.
a garbage chute on this?
Yeah, there should be the disposal area.
Okay, then
say-
follow me.
I tell Yermo before like he scurries off. Was like, if you wanna try, you can shoot him out from the garbage chute.
That's where we go then.
Good.
Oh,
So you go around to life support, and indeed there are some canisters that you can put stuffed through,
just stuffing it down the toilet, like, get down. Yeah, get
and
in there.
and yes, and the whole ordeal is done. You shoot them
Uh,
into space, and slowly they freeze up, unless someone wants to do so.
I question on jumping. Can someone determine like a general location if they like can they trace our jumps when we jump, kind of thing?
It is difficult, especially since it's a multi-step jump in
Okay.
space. So
Okay.
it's very difficult.
Okay.
Yes.
Then that's fine. How long did this
And,
process take? This whole surgery?
I'd say it would have been a few minutes of back and forth. And
Okay.
a few,
Okay. Not a lot.
few minutes.
Okay. All right. Sure. Okay.
No, no.
Okay.
And with that, as everything calms down, the adrenaline dies out from the escape and this whole ordeal. You get a good look at each other. I'd say let's start by introducing Rev Raimi. Rev Raimi, what would you look like? What do people?
I would look like a relatively normal orc with two small-ish tusks for my species. Fluffy, black, long hair, curly, and light blue eyes, and a lot of freckles like all over my face. And
Perfect.
as I feel, but I look distinctly paler than usual as I start to feel like the adrenaline crush
Yes.
falling onto me. I start to feel the depression, I guess.
Thank God you're lying down on the desk. You are equipped. You are bandaged and everything. You have a blanket as well on you. They have taken care of you. Good. And with Rev Raimi, there's also Miru. Miru, you see, he's an elder orc. He has some battle scars. He has a chipped tooth. One of them. He is bald from the top. He's an elder dude. And with that we go.
Old man.
Yes.
I told you guys.
He gives a nasty silence, but he's too. We go to Inanis, who's sort of putting stuff back in place.
Yeah.
What do you look like?
I'm staying in the med bay at the moment, just helping with them to see if they're in a stable condition. And what you see is probably a young elf, very pale in comparison to normal elves, white hair. At the moment, everything is a bit scruff, so I mean, we just escaped prison. He's not in his best shape. Blue eyes. He's back in his normal armor. It's if I remember correctly, what was the specific type? It's like a monoclitic armor, just a glimmering color. He has a shield on his back, sort of petal floral pattern on the shield. Hood, typical hood, blaster on one side, antimatter dagger, and a bit tall, I would say 6'2".
Perfect. Good. And moving to our life support, we have let's start with Yurmo.
Okay, so you see a Kenku with purple and blackish feathers, a bit like a raven. He has his his eyes are gold, like a yellow gold, and he has a long black beak with cracks going through it with like gold crystalline inside it. He's wearing a long black cloak with runes across the side and across the cowl. Yes, cowl. He's wearing like baggy pants, and he has wrappings around his feet. On his belt, he also has a golden helmet of a raven, and he carries the hilt that you saw previously.
Perfect. Yoneda's next to you as well. How would you describe Yoneda?
So essentially, Yoneda is living goo in a humanoid shape. They have no distinguishing like facial features. They have this like purple translucent color. And unlike many amoeboids of his kind, he has this particular knack for cowboy. So he's wearing this leather cowboy hat and the leather vest. He has these blue jeans, and then he has basically carrying around an engineer's pack and you can people could see holstered is a repeater.
Perfect. And finally, in the front, Valris. How would you describe yourself?
So I'm a little bit better off than everyone else since I haven't seen this gory scene. I've been just sitting at the pilot's chair. I am a mix between a drow and astral elf, kind of like, but there is something more to it, I suppose. But that is like the best, like kind of purplish, like light purplish skin, white hair. Right now, pretty disheveled, like the hair is all kind of matted and dirty from being in a prison for a couple of weeks. And she, like from we had found our own clothes, right? So we found our own stuff in the
Yes,
sense
you
in the
you
equipment.
exactly.
Yeah.
They have
So
and
I'd
you
be
had
wearing
plenty-
generally like very loose fitting garb that's like akin to what typically like mercenary mages would wear. There is a slight like purple aura of the mage armor that is currently shrouded on top of me. And she stands at around 5'8", 5'7", slightly broad shoulders, and is just kind of like now the adrenaline of having escaped and like is kind of hitting, and I'm just reacquainting myself with my own arcane magic as I'm like casting a little bit of my own mage hand and sort of kind of doing like kind of tapping on the fingers of my own mage hand as I'm like feeling for my magic again after being pulled away from it for all these weeks.
Yes, yes, very good, perfect. And in fact, Valris, you would be the first one to witness the peacefulness of space. So as the shutters had unfurled, you see the great expanse in front of you, the black. You do see ahead of you. So let me move the image so that you can see where you're traveling to. So on the roll 20 here. Oops, sorry. I was there. So yes, so you see the expanse. So you are traveling, which is here. Let me mark it. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, good. And you're traveling to the Morabok, which is in the Pax Imperium region up north.
Nice.
And in fact, you're going to be passing through the Stelliferous Mirage Zone, and you do see it in front of you, up ahead. There are these groups of stars, and their scintillating and dazzling effect produces these nice rays of light, and it's like a sort of pellet. Good. And with that, everything calms down. What would you like to do?
I'll just as time starts slowly passing by, I'll on the comms. Yoneda, if you can get back to the engine room, we'll be jumping in a couple of minutes. We should be able to do 4 today, but we still have a bit of a ways to go. So if people need to rest. It's only really me and Yoneda unless something bad happens. Pilot out.
Roger.
Perfect. Good.
And from my end, I would stay at the med bay just to continue monitoring them. I'd do a short rest at the meantime, just to see if would they have fallen asleep just from the trauma, or
Hiro, it's up to you, Rev Raimi, if you'd like to rest or would you like to resist and stay.
At this point, I think I Rev sat rather than lay down on the desk, but at this point she would have just kind of dozed off and she would be leaning against the wall.
Perfect. Very good.
And Irmo would probably investigate or look around the ship for like paint, black paints, and he'll start painting the name for the dogfighter at the back.
Okay. So yes, the dogfighter would be so near the auto turret, which you also command. There's sort of a shaft. You just go down it. There's also an elevator. But you go down the shaft and you get near the dogfighter. It's very instantaneous. And it's on the lower level. Perfect. So, and with that, you input coordinates using the star route that you have, and you continue making your second jump. And I'd say from here you get your second jump and your third jump as you
Yeah.
see the Stellar's mirage getting
Can I-
closer and closer.
May I ask
Yes.
what is the process of charging the dark matter engine? Like, how does that work? Me tossing
in
in a
this
spell
case,
slot.
The engineer would have to let me just confirm.
Would we
The
be able
engineer
to swap? Because the engineer doesn't have a spell slot for our dark matter engine, but I do.
You're right. Let me see.
Can I come over and like charge it in and then?
I'm sure you can. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Even swapping a role would be very simple. So
Yeah.
you just need to go
Yeah.
there.
I'll come over.
There's
I'll
this
just.
there's this machine. You channel a spell slot through it, and you'd be okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I look for a moment. I know we mentioned this in session 0, but I look into the dark matter engine, seeing the flavor of my own magic inside, and there's a moment where I just like keep staring for like a long while, and then eventually I kind of just turn and like I greeted Yoneda when I came in. I don't say bye when I head out. I just kind of walk absent-mindedly out back to the pilot's area.
Yoneda would be like, bye.
Just like kind
And
of
in fact, when you channel the spell slot, the dark matter engine responds to you, and the effects become enhanced and more exaggerated.
Yeah.
Very good. So and with that you manage to do the third and the fourth jump, and with the fourth jump you do arrive in the Stellar's mirage zone.
Okay.
I'd say go ahead and everyone roll a let's see. This would be a history check. Yes.
Ah, shit.
Ooh, I have such a great bonus. Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
In my defense, I was asleep.
Yeah, that's.
Yes.
I got an
Fair
18.
18,
12.
12.
12.
12.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, for most of you that are awake, I'd say even Rev, you'd at this point start waking up. I'd say. So, for those of you who are awake, you know that the Stellar's Mirage Zone is a region between the Regency of the Solar Sanctum, which you are escaping from, and the Pax Imperium. The Pax Imperium is a human civilization, and it offers a sort of a natural border because in the Mirage Zone, the effect of having such scintillating colors causes some illusions and illusory magic to happen. Especially you, Valrus, you know this. You had learned this at academy. You know that the dazzling effect causes hallucination, similar to what one would experience in a desert, mirages, things that you wish that were there. So it's difficult to have a battle there. So it causes this. It creates this natural barrier between these two empires.
Lovely. I'll look into it right now. I feel so like in need of a distraction.
And
And
then
in
the
fact, yes.
and then the roach touches your leg.
No. The roach
fact,
the roach
the
is
roach
kept
is
in a is kept in a little lockbox somewhere.
Exactly.
It's like no.
Under lock and key.
No.
I'd say also
Don't
during
roaming the ship.
It's right next to the self-destruct button. It's that's where it is. Like that's the level we're at. It's like if I need to use it, like it'll be a 50-50 between using it or just we can just end it. Yeah.
and in fact, during your travels, you have spent about a good 3 hours now traveling, or 4 actually. And during this time, you could also have ship. I don't know if that's something you do.
I would
If-
like to do something.
Once I no longer need to be on the pilot's chair, I would probably. You know what? No, actually, no. I'm sticking to the pilot's chair. I'm sticking to the pilot's chair.
Does anyone want to do anything?
Yes.
Yes.
I will go out and look for Yoneda,
Okay.
wherever you might be. I'm assuming in the
I
engine.
would probably be maybe around the ship, like assessing that everything is okay, seeing if
Okay.
there's any. Because in the session 0 we had escaped from combat.
Mhm.
Still damage.
Yes. And it is
So yeah, so
damage.
basically checking if there's any internal damages, if there's anything, if any critical issues, etc.
No,
Okay.
that's valid, yes. I'd say, Ananis, what are you doing just to see if you join?
I would stay probably for 2 hours to see that they are stable. Just
Okay.
probably if I find any documents, I would be reading during that time.
Okay.
But after that, I would actually go to the engine room just to see the type of dark matter engine that we're using.
Okay. Okay,
Just
that's
to uh,
yes.
just to pass the time.
Yes, I'd say if you want also, Miru did had some documents they were going to provide.
Yeah.
Yes, so go ahead and the three of you could do an investigation check.
Nice.
Say Rev after go ahead and roll D4 Rev.
Investigation. I don't want to use
I rolled a
this.
4.
Okay, so you sleep for the
Full 4 hours. Yeah.
The three of you, including me, or if I
yes,
do, you're
yes,
okay.
Yermo,
So
because
I got
Yermo
a 17.
nice
16.
and 16 and Yermo
Coming 11.
11. Very good. Okay, so let's start with you, Anand. So as you first you take some time and you watch them, then you see that Miru has grasped in his satchel, even hand is over the satchel. There are these two books that he was gonna hand you. Would you have a look at them before the dark matter?
Yes, I would use them to the first 2 hours after they pass out a bit. I just read
Perfect.
those.
Perfect. So as you take these two books, they have the titles of the books are so we have the first one is Teachings of Teacher Daradin, and as you start skimming through it, there are these. It incorporates some teachings of this of the Regency, but also adds something. There's an entire chapter. You just glimpse at the titles. It's quite a big book, but it has some. It describes Duradin's meetings with the Sultan. There's this name, the Sultan, at Temple Amara. You also get a hint of some quite dark teachings, sort of the vibe of self-sacrifice and the ends justify the means, and these quite radical teachings, so to say. You also have a quick look as well at the other book, and the title of this book is "The Price of the Rapture," and you do not manage to go through it all. As in the beginning, you see it describes basically there's the Rupture, which is a weapon, the Rupture. It mentions the weapon, the Rupture, so you make that association. It was described in tablets, that's what they say, and there's a small, very rough depiction of the weapon and how it is, but nothing sort of engineering, sort of, and finally there's the detailed dealings with the Sultan again. There's the price, which is it is declared to be 1,000,000 lives, and this is where you stop reading as you discover that there was this basically cultivation and culling of the orcs. As you also have a look at Miru and Rev. And at the I'd say as you flip through, at the end there is also some details about the mark on their hands. And it does detail that they are trackers, but also serve to punish or subjugate. So there are different purposes.
Inanes, did you read the thing about the rupture out loud, or is it just you?
I'd
No,
say
I wouldn't do it out loud.
Okay.
Good. So, and with that, you go to the dark matter engine.
Just one thing that I would
Yes.
say, like
Yes,
on
of
my
course.
own, I need to get this back to my superiors.
Good.
Don't know if they know this.
Mhm.
Internally, no one hears this on the comms.
Yeah.
So, and then you had quite disturbing news. What you've read disturbs you a little. You head towards the dark matter engine, and as you start analyzing,
Yeah, I
you
use
feel-
this moment to get lost a bit
Yes.
and remove the very dark readings that I've just gained knowledge about.
And in fact, yes, you lose yourself in this fascination, this curiosity. It's been a time. You've been a captive for a while now, and yes, you didn't even think that you'd manage to get here. As you just explore this, it's a dark matter class, engine class 2. It's quite relatively basic, but hey, interesting nonetheless. And even you always enjoyed having a look at the engines and how they respond to the pilot. So you see that glare coming off from Valris. You always thought it gives you insight in the person. Good. Going down to Yoneda and Yermo. Where are you going exactly? Are you just investigating?
I'm basically looking for him, and as soon as I see him, I'm gonna start talking to him.
What did you say?
Okay. Mr. Yoneda, I got this document, and it mentions your name in it. Something of the theocracy.
Yoneda has no facial features, but his face does a. Their face just goes.
They mention your name on this project Rapture. Can you have a look?
Did you read any of it?
Well, obviously, it's in my hand.
Okay.
Well, basically, it says that they are looking for a galactic expert called Yoneda in order to build some kind of weapon.
Yeah.
Does that sound accurate?
Yep.
Okay, so this has already happened.
Was in the process of happening. DM, it was not concluded.
No. You were in it. You were in the thick of it. You were on the. It seems from what you remember, it was a 5-part component thing, and you were deciphering the third and fourth.
Yeah. But yeah, I know that the project is not concluded.
Not at all. Exactly. Not at all.
Yeah. I would look at Yermo and be like, "Where'd you get that?"
I stole it.
Fair enough. Stole it from who?
The theocracy.
Anyone in particular? The theocracy is kind of big.
Well, the name on the paper says Teacher for Randall. And
Does
there's
that ring any
also
bells?
teacher a bad one.
Does that ring any bells to you, Neda?
No, not at all.
Okay. Do you mind if I take a gander?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay.
I kind of just like
Yes.
quickly
I'm sending it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
I'd
Kind of just
say,
kind of quickly skimming through it.
yes, go ahead and roll an investigation so I can give you.
Oh, I was gonna send it to him.
Okay. Oh, good. But still, give me an investigation check. See if you.
My investigations are really not investigating. Is
We should investigate that.
the 13.
13, yes, good enough. So you can take your time to read the letter, but what immediately stands out is Teacher Cinder.
I sent it, by the way.
Teacher Cinder was the one who was dealing with you directly. He was also the guy who was in the battleship that you fought. That was looking at you like panicked and frustrated. Yes. That's the guy that you also.
Bitch.
So that you can take your time to read. The rest, most of them make sense to you, especially even the abbreviations. You
Got it. But yeah, I think basically at this point will be kind of small chit chat with Yermo.
yes, perfect. And let's say over the 4 hours, you would all even have some time to look around the ship, even find stuff. I have listed the equipment in the equipment sheet that you have found here, so you can have a look at it at any point.
At one point, Yurmo will call on the comsat to meet in a common area if there is one.
Yes, of course. I'd say you're doing this just before the last jump.
Okay.
Ah,
And I'll call
before
everyone
the
on the comms.
before last jump, Rev would still be asleep though, no?
Yes.
That's fine.
So.
I'll call whoever's awake.
Okay.
And I'll just say on the comms, can I get everyone to join me inside the common area? I got some questions.
Same.
I'd say
Thank you.
Rev, Miru would shake you awake. You rested enough. And you can all join together.
When Yermo speaks, how
Yes.
accurate is it to
Very accurate.
Oh,
It's
so
identical.
I'm
Okay,
basically
so
saying exactly the exact accent. Like
Yes.
okay.
Perfect.
Adam can't do it,
So
but Hermo's doing it.
yeah.
I mean, I
So
assume.
basically, if Yoneda and Yermo were to speak next to each other, they would sound identical.
Yep.
Exactly. You couldn't tell them apart.
I can also mimic her handwriting, so I can basically identity theft you so hard. I just have to turn myself into an amiiboy. That's it.
So with everyone, so there's a mess hall just
Yeah, that's
between
good.
the command center and the gunner area. So you convene there.
I would just, if since I'm heading off before I head to this main area, I kind of want to stop by sick bay to see these our two patients really quick. Just as I kind of either meet them halfway or find them at the sick bay, depending on how quickly they make their way there. And I just kind of look at Miru and Rev and just be like, didn't formally thank you, so thanks.
Well,
Sorry, let's go on.
no. Please.
I would have been shaken awake. Like I woke up and I was like,
Yes, exactly.
I would have. I just look at her and like, well, technically we need to thank you. Without your skills, we wouldn't have gotten out of any.
Well, sure. Every mission needs its team. So do I not have to worry about being tracked anymore? From whatever.
Hopefully no.
Okay.
From what we know, the only mark that we had was on our forearm. Probably they thought that no one would be crazy enough to self-amputate a perfectly good limb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't have a reason to suspect. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
They were doing some pretty nasty shit over there. Anyway, we can talk about this with the others. I just wanted to at least say thank you directly before having to deal with whatever shit is about to go down anyway. And I'll just kind of like gesture, and then I'll turn and start walking to the mess hall.
I follow Valeris, and as we walk, I kind of look at her. I am a bit taller than her, not excessively, like I'm not towering over her, but I'm a bit taller. I look at her and I'm like, I reflexively like blurt out, I like your hair.
I turn like, oh, it could be way better. I've been off my meds for about 4 weeks now, so I need to find where the fuck I'm gonna get those now again. But yeah, no, it's fine. Thanks. Your hair is very nice too.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Sorry, that must have sounded a bit weird. I've never seen anyone with white hair before.
Well, there's 2 of us apparently, so enjoy.
What about my hair? Don't you like my hair? It's bald, by the way.
No one that was young.
Perfect and beautiful. I say to me.
Yoneda like tips his hat to show also his hair, which he has none of. They have none of.
This is just you entering, exactly.
Lovely.
And Miru says, well, I'm gonna sit down for this. So, first of all, thank you. What did you want to say, Irmo?
Oh yes. Well, gather around. I have some questions.
I assume you're saying every word in like different accents from
No,
different
I'm saying
people.
like sentences in one accent mainly.
Okay.
And then in between there's like little junctions of like
Okay.
different stuff.
Okay.
But I'm basically saying it how I'm saying it because I've obviously heard people talk before, like so like I spent my whole life in a box. So anyway, so I've gathered everyone around here. I have some questions. Why were you in prison? You know, before we go flying into space together. Well, we're already flying, but whatever.
You see Miro gets up. He says, "Well, some liquid courage for this," and he goes to get. There's a sort of fabricator to the side, and he says, "Anyone wanted anything?"
Yeah. Just something.
Water's fine.
Something.
I'll take some milk.
I don't know.
Oh.
Just find
He
whatever
brings
you
an
make for
assortment.
yourself. I don't.
He brings an assortment of drinks. I'm
Cute.
sure he brings water, milk, and some alcohol, different
That's fine.
beer and stuff.
That's fine.
He said on the table you have some snacks and you.
Okay.
So, who would like to go
Well,
first?
Honestly, I'm kind of curious as to why our prison guards wanted to escape the most.
Good question.
Well,
Rev, would you like to take it?
I guess so. Basically, it's a bit of a long story, but the gist of it is I had an older brother. We was a guard as well. We were exchanging letters, but at some point I started to doubt that he was actually the person who was talking to me. Once I went in to work for the Solar Theocracy as well, because there is not much that you can do. Outside of that, I met Miro and I shared my doubts with him. We came to the conclusion that probably the people that were close to us, that also work for the Theocracy, were in some sort of trouble. So we headed down to investigate in the private sanctum of the Theocracy heads, and we found out some disturbing things. Namely, that they're trying to create a weapon, and that their dealings are not all in the light of day, to put it mildly, and most, like their shadier deals, require a big price. A price in souls. And I stutter a bit at that.
Yeah, and I opened the book, which is, you notice that it's very already heavily marked with different bookmarks. Don't know where I got that, but and I throw it open on the page with the marking showcasing the sacrifice, punishment, and tracking. And just open on the table for everyone to see.
Yeah, that kind of lines
That
up with
looks
what
bad.
that kind of lines up with what I know as well. Well, if you want, if we're going round the room, I'm down to contribute. There isn't much to it. I work odd jobs. I picked the wrong odd job to work. Was trying to get some kind of informant out, and we got caught. We got chased down and then captured once more, and then I was taken for interrogation. I kind of look at the room and just, yeah, I think it's fine to share this. We all seem to hate the Theocracy just as much, and if anyone wanted to kill us here, you would have done so already. So I kind of find where I hid my little Omni tool, or at least a chunk of it that has a recorder, and I will play the recording. If you want, I can read it out, to be fair. It's not that long, kind of.
Oh, yes, fair enough.
And basically, you hear the voice of this kind of slightly disheveled person who was clearly with little rations and little water available, being chased down, and you can hear Velis just say everything you need to say. Just say everything you need to say now. And then he starts rushedly. This is Hark Code, Blue Tiger. I hope this gets in the right hands. I was sent to planet Untar in Kumara system where reports of unusual heat was recorded. Evading the Regency, I descended onto the planet. The planet was barren save for a cleared area which housed an iron gate leading to the hellscape of fire. The heat was unbearable, surrounding it buildings with shield on them. I spent 2 weeks observing, however I was cut off from comms by jammers. Large ships descended on the third day, from which thousands of orcs descended. I observed how they were fed into the gate in scores. Some resisted, and they were promptly forced in by the Regency soldiers. And a being resided in the gates, feeding. Nothing like I've ever seen before. And then it just goes off in more details that he keeps. Like I say, is that everything? Is that everything? No, it's a bit more. Okay, then keep saying stuff, and it keeps going.
Keep saying stuff. Keep saying stuff.
Well, that's all I have to say, though. So
in that recording, did he like provide any? This is Kiara asking, not Rip. Did he provide any descriptions of those orcs?
So what it goes into is for details on people that this guy saw, the numbers of people that he saw, different ships and different buildings, and then some details about the caverns where he was hiding.
So nothing that could specifically make either Miru or me think that my brother and his son might have still been alive.
No, he did clearly mention that the orcs were being fed into this.
Yes, not alive, but that could have been alive at that time.
I don't know. You do remember that on the ledger that you saw, there were the names of father and son, and both of them were crossed off. That's what you remember.
It looked hellish where we left. It looked bad. Looked really bad. Anyone else?
I guess it's my turn. I mean, I'm a researcher for the Elorian Empire, and I think they were tracking our research trip. They wanted our general information about our ongoing dark matter research, and that's why I'm here, basically. I think hopefully my crewmates managed to escape. I don't know anyone else that was captured with me, so pretty simple.
Fun.
Can I roll an insight check, just like a general like vibe of the room, and like if people are being honest?
I'd say it's simple enough. You're all tired. I'd say you immediately get this. Everyone is tired. Their guards are somewhat lowered. They seem to be all sharing. You have all shared a similar experience in prison, mostly, and everyone seems to be genuine. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Unless anyone wants to say something.
To add to that is just like Valorous is not like it's hitting the exhaustion point of like,
Yes, exactly.
I need to meditate, I need to think. So she is being very like, literally, she didn't say much technically because she just pulled out a recorder and pressed play. And just, you all heard the recording. So it was like, there's not much room to really hide as to Donna. Then the rest was, when she spoke about what she saw, there's like a little bit of like some genuine fear of like, yeah, it was not great. It was not great. She is definitely like both a sense of like not proud of being caught, I guess. Very wearing everything on her sleeve.
Well, as everyone's sharing, I'm surprised nobody knew of me from the news. It was big headlines. The news said that I blew up a space station that rained debris on a city on the planet below. Wasn't really good for my reputation, but I know that I was framed for it. Colleague brought forward fabricated evidence. So that was nice. Though I don't share the same experience with regards to theocracy. Personally, they haven't done me any harm. However, at all that you bring to the table mm, seems like some shady business.
I'd say everyone go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why do I keep rolling the same fucking number?
Except for you, Yoneda.
Oh, okay.
I got a 13.
13.
I got history 16.
Okay.
12.
I am, yes, this is coming, sorry. I am
Take your time.
looking for the history, but I have a +0, so 12.
12. Okay.
Well,
So yes, in fact, it was quite a
I rolled the
prominent incident, and all of you heard about this in different ways. There was this thing, sort of amoeboid destroys space station, brings about shame on the Enterprise, and even in your case, Inanis, you would have seen even some clips of the court itself, him being judged, etc. Yes. Now that he mentions it, oh, this was the guy. Ah, I see.
And
So
wow, so you're
Wait.
famous.
Wait, you were the guy
Infamous
who
now.
did the thing?
can
I
I
didn't
make
do the
an
thing.
insight check to see if he's lying or not?
I'd say
Oh,
you don't need
if
an
he's
insight check.
framed or not.
I'd say he seems to be truthful.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there's
so you were not being held as a prisoner against your will by these people?
Prisoner, yes, but it was part of the court judgment. So, because of
Ah,
the explosion and everything, a lot of people died, a lot of people got hurt. And so I got a life sentence to help in whatever way they needed,
I see.
which involved apparently this very destructive weapon, which I was helping them on quite a bit.
Okay. As a question on like if this like my history check is enough to like piece this together. The place, like the ship that went, the station that went down and the planet that was it of the theocracy?
basically it harmed high-level general theocracy,
Okay.
the regency of the solar sanctum, and yes, so they sued for that, and
Okay. All right. Okay.
it was quite far away, but the regency has expansive reaches,
I see.
so
And you're saying a colleague of yours fabricated this information, which is why you got. Do you know?
Yeah, my colleague brought forward a journal, my handwriting, basically saying that I was treasonous to the theocracy.
Do you know, perhaps, do you have any insight as to who might have actually caused the explosion?
It could have been the colleague himself,
What's
but
his name? Or her?
Sigma,
I guess.
they
Hmm.
to the DM, because
Yes.
I can't quite recall. We had said they were gnomish.
yes, exactly, they were gnomish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the name, right? Of
No, not per se.
doesn't ring a bell.
It just
Okay. Okay.
it just seems particularly convenient that if they were designing a weapon, as Rev said, that they just happened to get a chief engineer to get framed by a colleague. It seems maybe the theocracy did more harm to you than you might think.
And on the paper I gave you, it shows that they wanted you. So
Yeah,
Wait, what?
but
Was it?
what I don't understand is, and I pull out the letter.
Uh,
They
no.
These are very powerful and rich people. It's not like they can't afford someone of my caliber or any other, high-ranking researcher or scientist.
Yeah, but then it would be on the books, wouldn't it? This way, they just got a prisoner, which they don't really have to infer as to like what you're doing, as long as like
And no one will
you're
check on you
serving
either.
time. And
But wouldn't it
it's-
still be recorded somewhere? I mean, I was
It's
doing a lot of
recorded
stuff.
that you
And
went to prison, but after that, who knows?
so you're saying possibly in prison, that's it? This is the
I mean,
Yeah.
arc?
other than Rev saying it now, I've never heard of the Theocracy developing a weapon that consumes scores of
here.
orcs, and I get around. So if that shit
I
was
mean,
out there, I would know.
it's a pretty smart move. Like this, they cut off all of your communication to friends, family, etc. So you can't leak any information, and nobody will. Even if you quit, like this, well, if you were to quit, you can just quit, and now you can't quit anyway because you were in prison, and your entire reputation is dissolved. So it's kind of a win-win for
That's
them.
fair.
I'm curious.
That's true.
I'm curious. What was what you were designing supposed to do?
So it was strange because a lot of the stuff I was working on wasn't even weapon related. See, as an amoeboid, I got this talent. You see, so we have a half elf. What are the races
Now we
again? So
have two elves,
Kenku,
Two elves?
two elves, Kenku, and two orcs if you count Miru as well.
Let me just confirm something real quick.
And in the
I
meantime,
Yes,
started
perfect.
the same in parallel. I would start to point out the differences of the weapon from the book to everyone, and using like the Omni tool to properly display any
sure.
images as
So,
soon as he starts
so
referencing.
I would. So I had as I was saying, amoeboids have this talent, and do you mind if I just touch your shoulder, Renanis?
Sorry.
Do you mind if I touch your shoulder?
Yeah, sure, sure.
I touch Renanis's shoulder, and there's like a brief like vibration throughout Yoneda's body, and then Yoneda starts speaking Elvish, and I say
That's neat.
in Elvish, I say I don't know how to speak Elvish, but now I can because I have this.
Yeah.
Then I switch back to common. Yeah, the trait is basically I can touch an organism and I can learn its language instantly. It only lasts for an hour, and this is the weird part because part of this weapon was there was some creature they wanted me to know its language and read and all that.
Oh.
Which was very weird because in itself it wasn't a weapon. It was just, were they in stasis or were they DM?
They let me just confirm. Yes, they were in stasis. They were in a. It seemed like a permanent coma. You
And
do
I
remember?
go ahead.
Would you describe the creature?
Yes,
Yes.
I
So
was gonna tell you because I don't remember exactly how they look like.
yes, so it was a 2 foot creature with sort of grayish skin. It had these webbed fingers, and it seemed amphibious. And had a very yes, that's the
So nightmarish kind of monster.
yes.
But why in every campaign?
This is
campaign.
new. This is completely new to me. I've
That
never
was
heard
meta.
of this creature
That
before
was
in my life.
meta. That was meta.
But yeah, would Yermo and Valeris be doing those facial expressions, or
No,
was that meta?
No, that was meta.
That was
No,
meta.
that was
Okay.
meta. That was
you have no idea what this is.
No, Valor's
it's
in-
aliens. I mean,
yeah.
Would I have any idea from where I'm from?
no aliens. There's I guess 2 feet, a variant of halflings that are
Okay.
gray skin, amphibious. No, you don't. What I would say,
Okay.
in honest, because as Yoneda put down the letter, something captures your eye immediately. Your turn. Before it, before Dokalfer, there is. Let me just confirm. It's Dokalfer, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Before it, there's Emilra. Emilra Dokalfer. Emilra, your mother.
I don't say anything about that.
Okay.
Just take note of
If
it.
I would also,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much, well, Yoneda would recall
I see.
some of the things that he had to decipher.
Yes. So mostly, in fact, as you were saying, you didn't work on the weapon, more on the individual parts and translation. And in this case, you had exactly you were dealing with this stellar concentrate that you were trying to analyze. There was basically there was this apparatus, this machine that was meant to um, connect in some way or form to a star and concentrate and acquire its essence, sort of in that sense. You would have understood the mechanics behind it because you're quite a good engineer. But yes, you weren't working directly on the weapon, but you had these translation and also applying them in the design itself. Mm, That's exactly.
From all this like context thus far, and like looking at the documents as well, since Anonymous presented them and stuff, does this trigger anything for me, for Valris, as to like stuff that she knows about, from where she came from and what she's involved with?
Um. Ooh. So
You can
what
tell
you find?
you can tell me after, like if it feels done, but I'm just like
No,
curious
I'd
if
say
it ties to anything.
as you're connecting the dots, you find it quite interesting that Inanis is here. I'd say you'd know that Peladelphs are associated as well with dark matter
Yeah.
research.
Yeah.
And the reason he's here, he said that he was captured for a reason, for specifically about dark matter research. It's particularly interesting. And you are associated with that
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Okay. I'll turn to Anonymous making that connection. Anonymous, right? I don't know if I actually if we've all shared our names. Yeah. Okay, you said you were captured only. Did they ask you for anything while you were captured there, or were you just like mining?
No, I did my first, I think, 2 weeks. Russell was 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Exactly. So you spent exactly 2 3 weeks. You had a lot of interrogations.
Exactly, I would say I was interrogated. They tried to like get any updates that we have on dark matter research. So
Okay.
there, I think we are a bit ahead in terms of our current capabilities with the theocracy.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
they wanted
obviously.
to try and get that. So
there's actually like, as in, they work in tandem with the Imperial Armada, right? Like with the Alorian Empire. It's like, so yeah. So I would immediately be like, as soon as you say ahead, it's like, of course it's theocracy.
Yes,
of course,
yes.
left behind. Like,
exactly.
duh. Like there is a little bit of national pride in the vibe of like, I can't
So
take
they
that
wanted
out
to
of my
try and
system.
get any new information they wanted from me, but I don't think I gave too much.
Okay. I'm just, it's odd.
Plus, they left me in prison, so
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking because they had a thing like a gate or like a massive portal. Something that definitely wasn't of this world. And I'm wondering, at least. I know dark matter crystals and the void crystals that power them are also somewhat extraplanar.
Connected.
So
Yes.
I'm just thinking whether, if anything, they asked you might have been in tandem with what they were making. Okay.
Would it have crossed anything, Russell? Like questions from their end that would infer something like this? Now that I start trying to go through my memory to see any of the questions they asked.
They were very interested in the next generation of dark matter crystals, the one that I
Okay.
told, the project.
Mhm.
That specifically their questions revolved almost exclusively about that. When they got tired, then they went
Okay.
to other things. Yes.
So possibly, I don't know. They didn't mention anything during interrogation, so
Okay.
they were just asking about our technologies and future work that we're already trying to delve into within the next few years. So
Yeah, as if they can figure out
might
how.
be related.
Okay. Well, before we keep running about with theorizing, I turn to Yermo. What about you, friend? How
Well,
about you say more,
now
more, more?
my reasoning is going to sound a lot worse than all of yours.
Mm.
I may or may not. We may not know that I'm guilty, but I may or may not have crashed the ship into a town and killed many people.
Just any random town? Was it?
Generally, no idea.
Okay.
That was
Steal the ship.
more like a crash landing after being shot at
I
I
see.
by the theocracy.
Okay.
Okay. So
So,
it wasn't intentional.
Well, to give you the long story, I was given a task. I had to steal something and come out with something.
Okay.
The going in part was easy. The going out part was a lot harder.
yeah, that's how it works.
And I may or may not have stolen their dog ship and also shot at their ship and shot at their dog ships. And I may or
But
may
it's the
not
theocracy, so
I may or may not have just crashed my ship into a civilian ship and killed many people. And in the wreckage, shot many other guards and burnt their documents. And that was part of the documents I gave you there, the letter.
Okay. What were you trying to steal?
I don't remember. What is it, Russell?
So it was there
It
was
was documents, right?
it was a confidential document. In
Yeah,
fact,
exactly.
on the note, it's sort of when he opened the note, there was a confidential, do not share, private for private eyes only,
And
etc.
obviously, I read it.
And and it was also attached to it. There are the schematics of the of the weapon itself.
Oh yeah, I pull out the schematics of the weapon
Yes.
right after you
I
guys are
actually just
talking.
take it and scan it
I
immediately.
go next to Inanis to
Oh
like
yeah,
also check
by
it
the
out.
way, I have this. Does this help?
In fact, Yoneda,
You're
you
bringing
have
it out
seen
now?
a similar working prototype like this.
Yeah.
You have seen this before.
So
And you
yeah,
do see, yes, it's a multi-component weapon with several complex engineering terms. That's I can share easily afterwards.
I feel like Inanis and Yoneda would be saying those words exactly out loud, like in sync. It's like, oh, that's this.
And
It's
and
like, oh,
I
you.
and I look over them and I pull
down.
the documents down for a second to make eye contact with them. And what does this do? What does this whole thing do?
So from what I'd say, go ahead and roll intelligence check, both of you.
Just intelligence.
Yes. Let's go with intelligence.
Okay.
Like a tech or something.
Is there a
There's a
I'd say,
tag.
14.
if you have data, it's
Or
good
data.
as well. If you have the
Okay.
Sorry?
So
Data. If you have data.
data.
I don't
This
think
data-
you're more.
Wait, I didn't understand the sentence.
You have
Sorry.
to roll a data check.
Roll
Okay.
a data check, yes.
I don't think you're more curious enough to check.
I don't understand, I think, enough to be able to make a check.
Nah.
I'd say those two, yes.
That's a lot of plus.
Yes.
25.
oh shit.
Modified.
Minus 16.
16. Okay, very nice, very nice. I'd say because Unit, especially you have dealt with this document itself. You have studied it extensively, but also you start gaining some insight into this in honest. What this describes is something that you've never seen. The proportions of this are unimaginable. Even the design itself, it's very complex engineering, and you don't even understand how half of this works. But you understand the concept, and the concept is it seems to be meant to be attached to a star, and it uses its power to annihilate swaths of area, swaths of regions.
Well, fuck.
What's the size of the region?
The scale of this is unimaginable. You cannot even start to comprehend the power of a sun transformed into this weapon. But this would be solar systems. We're talking plural solar. Just wiped out.
So I turn to Ned and say, so you were building part of this?
I'd say no.
Yoneda would be first just nerding out. Then Inanis points this out. And she just freezes. They freeze. They're like, what have I done? They kind of just they sit
And I
down.
say
Like,
to the whole
defeated.
room, we need to get this to the Aelorian Empire. They need to know this.
Okay.
Do you? Okay, I like them saying this and like dealing at the concept of this. I would just say, well, let's think about who we should bring it to first. That's what you just described is a kind of
weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, something that I don't want anyone to have. And if you give the blueprints to if you give the blueprints to the Aelorian Empire, I love my country, okay? I don't want.
These are not the blueprints, right, DM?
They are. They're the schematics.
It's schematic. It wouldn't describe how to build them.
If they know that the Solarian theocracy is developing this shit, they will start developing this shit 10 times as fast. We will have 10 of these by the time the Solarian theocracy manages to get to its final piece.
We gotta shut it down. Like us. No one else involved. This isn't really something that as the saying. If this comes to light.
Can we shut it down? Like,
I'm just saying
there's like an infinite number of guards.
I'm just saying maybe if you know someone within the Aelorian Empire that perhaps you trust, rather than just taking it to any random administrative branch.
No, I would take it to my house.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay. Well, I don't know about your house.
Wait, you own a house?
Which group are you affiliated with? Who do
I am part. Confirm this, Russell. I am part of. I'm of House Tandrail. Yes, Tandrail.
Do I know? Do I know their house?
Yes. I mean, this is a prominent house, one of the 5 main houses. So you have Tandrail and in fact, yes, exactly. Yes. They deal with dark matter technology, research and innovation.
Okay. Are they, as a vibe, from what I know, are they more of the like we want to shoot first and be the biggest group ever? Kind of are they the type to reach beyond their means, or are they the type that just like they like doing what they know they do and they just like they're sensible, they're ethical?
They love research. They don't care about what it's used for, but they love research. They want to just to innovate, research more things, dark matter engine creations. Stuff. Okay,
so you're the people who actually get your information stolen from, and then the mass weapons of destruction are built. Okay, yeah, I trust you guys more. Okay. Well, that's an approach. Interesting.
Russell, from my end, would my actual family be part of like upper management in house?
Yes, 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 definitely. Your mother held a lot of status.
Exactly.
Exactly. Um, your father would be more on the military side, actually.
Hmm.
From what you know, he dabbled in that aspect. Um, uh, I'd say you'd have contacts in the upper class. Yes, and they
Would
would know you as a up and rising.
one thing that is not defined from my backstory, would I have any grandparents or are they dead?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. You would have.
Okay,
I'd say
this was not
you have
discussed.
one grandparent alive.
Okay. And are they
The gods have
higher
spoken.
status or
Um,
they're lower status, so they're not important within the house overall?
let me see. Ooh, very high status.
Ooh,
Retired,
okay.
but still hold some status.
And I assume they're trustworthy for myself. So
Yeah, I would say yes, yes, yes. These would be from your mother's side.
okay, nice. Okay, so they're the highly intelligent types. Nice. Okay, so I would say I know someone trustworthy within the house itself. So I think it's a safe bet if we take it back.
Okay.
But we need to be careful. I agree. We need to be careful to whoever has access to this.
Well,
Then, so we get it to this person. Then what? That's it.
I think I think that's the first task. I don't think we can manage. We barely managed to escape from just one prison. I don't think we'll affect anything on this large scale.
No, that's true. We just okay. Um, let's go step at a time. We get to the mall. We rest, maybe repair the ship so that we can get as safely as possible to the Alorian Empire. I okay. I don't really care much for the intergalactic politics that go on, other than like I root for my home team, and I just like kind of um, uh, but I don't like the idea that apparently an entire race of people is being fed to a monster in a gate outside of our plane of existence. And I don't like that they're designing a thing that essentially can just randomly and easily eradicate my hometown, as it were, town being entire chunk of the galactic space. Um, uh, so I know we can't handle this, but we're the only people who probably know right now, and the only people who have the contexts and the maybe connections. And I look at Rev and Miru to maybe do something about this, because I'm fairly certain we're not gonna find two other defectors from the Solarian theocracy who know the relative ins and outs of what they do. And we certainly don't have another chief engineer who got framed and is in the current position of knowing what they're working on. And so, like, we can't do anything on a galactic scale yet, but I kind of feel like it's kind of been put on us at this point. I don't want my hometown getting blown up.
no, I love your
Fine.
enthusiasm, but I'm just a bird with a dagger, so
Yeah, and I'm just
we're gonna need some friends.
yeah.
I think I can get those. So
That's certainly a good
I
start.
love friends.
I don't have many of those, so
So are we friends now?
I guess we
You're
can
lost.
be.
okay.
I guess it's a start.
It's something.
Friendship.
I that's year more if he's close, but
Oh,
Cute.
Okay. All right. I am reaching the point where I am going to sleep, and I have never slept in my
yeah.
life, because I meditate. But it's getting close. I look at Inanis. We generally don't need as much as these guys, so
Yeah.
maybe at least if both of us can take turns, so that if anything happens,
Yeah.
you know.
If you want, tomorrow after a rest, I can actually pilot the ship.
I'm down.
Kind of.
I'm okay to pilot, like as in, it's just I just don't want to go to sleep, and then all of us are asleep. You know.
No. We can
That's all.
switch between us.
So I'll take the first 4 hours, and then I'll be up afterwards. It's fine. I can pilot. That's okay.
Yeah. Yerma's currently beak open, sleeping on the chair in front of you.
Okay. Okay.
So there are quarters, obviously, but you all exhausted, but now hey, comfortable.
Yeah.
And
I-
with a meal, yes.
I will just create my own quarters in the command center, aka
Okay,
sleeping
okay,
bag
good.
there, and that is where I sleep.
Fact, you move your stuff there. Good. With the company of the rope. So yes. So you all find some place to see, some place to rest. Some of you you're taking watches, right?
Yeah, basically, I mean, I'm first 4 hours I'll be out, and then I'm awake. I'm done. Long
I'll
rest achieved.
take first watch.
Good.
And what I do,
anyone for
if I
second watch?
see Irma just sleeping on a chair, I'll take
At the point he will wake up, but I go, where am I? And he'll just
if he would find himself on the bed of the sick bay.
I like get up and just slowly walk myself into the dogfighter and sleep inside the dogfighter cockpit.
The crow's nest.
The crow's nest, exactly.
So yes, so you all get rest. So we have Inanis and Valrus. You're taking watches. Who's taking the second watch?
No, so I think first watch was Valrus, right?
No, I'll sleep first. You
okay,
can
I sleep
take the
first,
first
sorry.
and second watch essentially, because then you
Okay,
can.
yeah,
Oh, yes,
because
because you're both
we
elves.
have 4 hours of transit.
Yeah,
That's our
so-
sleep. So
So we can literally
two
like.
elves. 2 elves is
Fair enough,
I'm
fair
so
enough.
used to doing this with other elven squadrons of like when we did missions of like, oh, there's two of
Yeah.
us, we got it covered, people. So I find the first like elf and I'm like, okay, we got this, perfect. I'm gonna sleep first.
So
Good.
at this moment, I can't pilot the ship, so we're at a standstill. I'm at the command and just checking if everything is running smoothly.
I'd say even as you stand, that can even if any of the others just even pass through the corridors. There are some corridors that have an opening to sort of view the outside. You see this marvelous effect of the stellar that you are approaching. Good, and with that, you rest for the full 8 hours. Everyone is. If you have any spells, your spells. Any hit points.
Finally.
Yes, and with that, you are ready. The void engines have recovered, and you can do your last 4 sets of void jumps if you
Perfect.
wish.
Yep.
Good.
I'll get them started.
so- Good. Do you head to your
During,
station? Do you stay all?
Just one last thing. During my long rest, I would have tried to see the fastest route from the Mo to get back to the Elorian Empire if I can.
It's quite complicated, as you can see from the map. The easiest way would be the use of a maw, but that requires permission, and that would be revealing yourself a little. So the red dots are basically maws, and they have direct teleportation between them. So
I see.
if you manage to get permission, or even maybe I don't know, with subterfuge or something, you can travel from one mod to the other. So from the Pax Imperium to the Elorian Empire. Obviously, there's security, there's reasons, etc.
One question: when it
Yeah.
comes to jumping in your own spacecraft, do you need to spend any money on gas, for example, or is it all just
So
magic?
the void engine in itself, it is very difficult to avoid the dark matter crystal. But in itself, it produces the energy that you.
So there's no reason to like wear and tear it out. That can just go forever, basically.
The dark matter engine will sometimes have to be replaced
Okay.
when it's done, but when it approaches its end of lifetime thing. But apart from that, that's the only
Okay.
consumable apart from maybe weapons.
Okay.
It's essentially like
Sorry,
a
and
tool.
also to enter into these moors, is there some kind of entry? How does entry work?
Yeah, mods are like imagine
Well, is it
them
like
as
radio in and then you have to in, or is it just you just dock and you're done?
exactly. So it's radio in. It's like a
Okay.
space. So you arrive, you radio in, etc. Then the mod itself is like a that you go
It's like ships and upward, basically. Okay, okay.
yes, exactly, precisely like that. Yes.
We just don't have access to use the portal to get
Yeah, the portal-
from
you may-
one mod to the other.
Exactly. Good. So, yes, and everyone. So with that, we go day of travel, and indeed you perform your first void jump, going further in the Stelliferous Mirage Zone, and this time you're fully inside it, and you see it's quite mesmerizing as you see the rays of colors that mix with each other, creating sort of palette, and. As you're admiring this, and Valrus, you would be in the pilot chair,
Yep.
a streak hits the shields. You look there, and you see burned through the shields. There seems to be a small asteroid fragment of it. I'd like you to all roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Good thing I'm inside the cockpit.
Do we all roll initiative or is this a ship initiative?
You're right, sorry. Let's roll the ship initiative.
I dropped a natural 20. What do you mean?
Keep it. Keep it. He said keep it.
No worries. Hold on to that. I'll tell you then later. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So the pilot initiative.
Here, check if I add anything other than like what I normally add, but I think it's just my dex. Yeah. So okay, oh god, that's scary. That's a 15.
There's no.
15?
No, I got
sorry.
it. I got.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I need it from my end. I'm going to.
You can lower as much as you want. There you go.
Good.
That's
So,
good,
as most of you would have been in your stations, I imagine, right? Unless you tell me
Yeah.
otherwise.
I mean, I'm in the pilot chair definitely.
Yes, pilot definitely. So the captain, Rev Raimi, and the pilot. Let me just put a little more. And Valrus, in front of you, you're seeing these mash of colors. Then suddenly a streak that hits the shield, and the illusion starts to fade as the colors give way to this asteroid field, a maze of differently sized asteroids in all directions. I'm gonna share the map shortly.
Yes. It's...
You find yourself in the center of this field. This is where you are at.
Lovely.
So how's this gonna work? Is different sized asteroids have different difficulties, etc. You can do whatever rolls you'd like. You can improvise whatever you want, but on your turn you can move. So the speed of the ship is 3,000 feet, which is 1 square.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
The captain will, in the end, sort of tell me the conclusion. So you all tell me your roles, and the captain where to go. Okay. So as the shield absorbs the impact, you do take 5 points of damage on the shields. That I believe the engineer will mark.
Yeah. I can keep track of hit points if you.
Andrea, you want to take arcane cannon or pulse cannon?
I'm
You all feel the
checking
hit, the shaking.
because is Mir taking his place on the cannon?
Miru will look at the pulse cannon, but
Okay,
you guys.
I'll take it. I'll go out the turret now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, auto turret.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go on the arcane cannon, but okay.
Hey, it's still
Unless you want to
useful.
take out the turret and I'll go in the dogfighter.
No, don't go out with the dogfighter out there.
That's my point.
No,
that's my
No,
point.
no.
No, I'll stay on the arcade cannon
Okay.
and prepare to use any possible spell.
Okay.
No,
Good.
not.
So, as you are in the asteroid,
Okay, I know.
see you are currently in small, no, sorry, in medium-sized asteroid space, and let me just confirm one thing. At the beginning of your turn, we would determine where you are. Save you need.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's good. I'm just like, is there a out that we can
It seems
direct ourselves to? Like,
Yeah.
what are we actually?
good. So I'd say go ahead and do a perception check. I'll.
I
Yes,
guess that's only the pilot, right? Or maybe Rev Rhyme can do it as well.
I'd say, Rhyme, you're the pilot. I'd say,
Rev, go for it.
I'm saying because we can't exactly see outside from the sides.
no, exactly. It has to be one or
Yeah.
someone in the command
Oh,
center.
come on.
Lovely.
Perception, please be decent.
Can one of us do it or both of us? Because
I think both of you can do it because
I
you're
don't know,
both.
I'm not-
I'd say if
Fair
both
enough.
of you do it, that would be the action, though.
okay. Yeah. That's the I was
I'll give you one.
okay.
Just immediate thing.
8 total.
8 total. No end in sight. So.
Fun.
I guess we could have said this and avoided, but now it's too late. So we need an hour right
You'd
now
like to
before we
take
jump.
Your action, you can. If you would like to take your action to fully investigate possibilities, you can.
Okay, give us what else we're seeing right now. Okay, just okay.
So yes, in front of you, just above you, below you, just a bunch of asteroids, different sized. So so let's start. What would you like to do? It's your group collectively.
Okay, so for
What's the
us to
plan?
get so since we don't have an out right now, our only out is to essentially jump, which we need to start
Yeah.
calculating, which will take an hour to do.
Just shoot around us.
Right? Like I'm asking the DM.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be like, do we need to use an action to start calculate? Or the
Yep.
calculation? So yeah, I
No,
guess.
I'd say yes. It would take your action. I'd say you start typing, inputting the data, and that would be good.
Okay, can Yoneda do this, or do I have to do this? Who does this?
Let me just confirm.
Because it didn't have like an action. Like there's the void jump action that the engineer does, but that's like
Yeah, I'd say the engineer is doing this. Yes.
okay. So, I'll be like, engineer, get us started on a jump. We need to
You
push
got
ahead.
it.
We'll push ahead. Okay. So that's that part. Can we so the asteroids, are they targetable?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay.
So
Like-
what I'll
Yoneda,
do before anyone else does something, I'll cast Bless on who do I have in vision
I'd say
within
you'd
30
manage-
feet.
Me
within-
probably.
Okay, so Miru, yourself, and
The gunners.
Guillermo.
Okay,
Yes.
so only the gunners. So I cast Bless on us 3, so first level.
Okay.
Good.
So we have a D4 on attack rolls or saving throws.
Very nice.
Right.
Okay.
Yoneda would ask if they want power to shields or to weapons.
I think right now just
Oh,
get the void
Exactly,
the astral dawn started. Get the dark matter thing
Okay.
started.
If you're doing the action on the dark matter, exactly.
Okay, dealing with
Gotcha.
asteroids.
So that's my action. I'm out
I think
for this.
do I feel like I don't know what the experience is dealing with asteroids, but is this something that it's like I'm going to be making saving throws against? Do I feel like I can? I feel like evasive maneuvers is the thing that I want to do, but I don't want to like do it, and it feels like it's useless. So yeah, if it's saving throws, then good. I will do evasive maneuvers.
It is saving.
Then from my end, as pilot, I will do evasive maneuvers.
Yes.
I will
Okay, good.
fire at the asteroids next to us with the
Just
turret.
even in terms of experience, asteroid fields are not usually something that you get caught in, but the nature of the mirage zone may have sort of, basically it caused the hallucination of something that you wanted to see. You wanted to see beautiful things, and it hid the asteroid field. that you find yourself in. So you're shooting at a sized asteroid. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah. I have a D4, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I would
Okay.
say,
So that
I would
is
say, Captain,
a
there's a brace for impact.
And even me.
There's a brace for impact.
that's a 26 to hit.
You can.
Nice. 26 hits. You're shooting at medium things.
Yeah. That's 6 mega damage.
Very nice.
Do you want someone to use to roll for Miro and stuff, or do you want to do it yourself?
I have it.
Alright.
So, with 6 mega damage, you let's see. Good. Between the two of you, you and Miro, you clear up the section in front of you,
That's nice.
if you want, of medium asteroids. You broke down 2 medium asteroids,
Okay.
basically. So you don't have any movement, right?
No, because as I'm going to do evasive maneuvers,
Good.
since we can't
the
see anything right now, it's like there's no point in moving, really.
Fair enough. The captain, what would you like to do?
Sorry, can we move while we're doing the void jump or not? Or
We
is it
can
just
move,
stand
it's
still?
just I have to use an
Okay,
action
okay.
to move the ship.
Got you.
Captain, are you doing anything?
What the only thing that I can do, I will brace for impact.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
Very good. Yes,
Yeah.
good. As you yell out, brace for impact. Good. So, with this, I would like the pilot to do a dexterity saving throw. In this case, medium sized. Good.
Okay, Mela, I just need to check.
Advantage.
So,
Nice.
until the beginning of your turn, you add your dexterity to ship's AC into advantage. Okay, so I'm going to have advantage on the saving throw. Nice.
Good.
And you minus a 1d6 for the attack, for the damage.
Whatever damage we take as that, we can roll
Yeah.
a d6 to remove.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, well, the first one was pretty good. That is a 17. Total.
Nice.
Beautiful. So, 17. No problem at all. You are not hindered by any of this. And
Lovely.
you successfully sort of maneuver around them. Some things that were gonna hit you are shot down by your gunners, and no problem at all. Nothing
Okay.
it had. Good. So on your next turn, what would you like to do?
So we recharge shields, right?
Yes.
You do
I think-
recharge shields, yes. If
Mana.
it's I believe you
Mana. I don't remember if it's like half of it or if it's like you roll for it.
you recharge gain half its max.
Oh, okay. Then it's full again. Okay, that's good. Alright.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. So, can we attempt to do another perception check, like without wasting actions?
I'd say it would
Assume
use your action, though.
You got
Okay,
direct
it's going
power,
to-
right?
So
Yeah.
I guess we'll go without the brace for impact this turn, and maybe Captain, can you
Yes.
spot an opening?
Try to sort of exactly yes.
I
Go ahead and do even I'd say if you want, if you prefer either investigation or perception. Up to you.
I'm gonna try.
Good luck.
Jesus.
Because I think evasive maneuvers is my best strategy unless I have a direction.
Would a deep scan technically work or no?
You said that I could do either.
Investigation or perception?
I'd say this is
11
using
total.
your
Hmm?
How much?
11 total.
11.
11 is enough. 10 was the DC, in
Oh,
fact.
Thank you.
So yes, so up and no, north and south of you are the ways out. Left and right, east and west are is where it the ring of the asteroid. So you're aiming either up ahead or behind you.
Okay. Do we have a vibe of how far?
It seems to be the end of this map, so it would
Okay.
be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, roughly
Okay.
2,700, 27,000,
All right. Okay.
27,000 feet, you know?
give or take.
And so you're saying there are small, medium, and large asteroids, right?
Yes, and they should be showing on
But
them.
there's only one in our way. One big one in our way, you know?
We can. I
can
don't know
easily
how I don't know how much they're
can-
moving, but it feels like we can avoid most of them, right? There's a path that I can
yes,
see
yes,
that's
yes.
like okay.
I mean, every square has. There are some blank spaces, but they are very minimal.
What if
Um,
what if the arcane cannon and the pulse cannon just focus the big one up there, so we can get it going, the list, and I'll auto turret the medium ones in our way.
if you mechanically speaking, if you want, big one is one giant one. Medium there are two,
Okay,
and
okay.
small there are four. Mechanically speaking.
Because I think the big one will take quite a hit.
Okay. No, I'm just
What do
thinking
you
what I
think?
should do. From my end. Okay.
So,
What's hap- I mean, from my end, I can. Okay. For this turn, I'll just move since you cleared out a little bit ahead of us. Maybe. I'll move this turn, but I think strategy going forward would be I evasive maneuvers and then Captain can full speed ahead me forward.
We need to get rid of that big one though first, huh?
Yeah, and you guys can shoot at the big one as we get there.
Okay.
Like, I think the more that
So-
I save is better than me just getting there quicker.
just one thing, movement. You can do movement normally as a pilot.
It's an
No,
action. I can either do
It's an
movement
action. Ah,
or
you need to
evasive
have
maneuvers.
Full action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm thinking being safer on the evasive maneuvers and then going at half speed. At best, maybe the engine can direct. The engineer can direct power to engines
Shield or the shields.
or to shields.
So
We'll
we
see how
have-
much damage we take, but we might not take damage at all.
Yeah, Russell.
So we
the
have
ones,
the pilot. You are
the-
sorry.
the ones in front of us, those two medium ones, those are destroyed.
So you've just moved. I've just moved you guys.
But those
Okay.
two are at the front of us right now. Those are still there, Jafiri.
Yes, exactly. So you moved
Okay.
one step forward. Oops.
Got you. Okay.
We move
You
half.
move one step
We
forward.
move half a step. Basically, no.
You're-
This turn, this turn I'm going to do a full action, so I'm not going to use maneuvers. Right, this one
okay.
turn. Okay, then after, yeah, what I'm saying. Yeah, we move full turn. At this point, engines are still at full health, so if we take a hit, we take a hit.
No, but in this case, you've just entered a cleared zone that you've just cleared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. So maybe power to engines, and we move further.
Let me attack the ones in front of us first.
Sure.
Yes, go ahead. And Miru will also shoot.
Was it? Because you've done your turn
Should
for
I
this.
cast? I can only cast first level spells, FYI, to this.
Okay.
I can't use cantrips because they are not creatures.
Got you.
Unless they are creatures.
They are not.
Okay.
That's 21 to hit.
Nice hits.
You remember you're adding a d4 to whatever your attacks are as well.
Exactly.
Yes, that was a D4. And that's
So-
8 mega damage. The
Nice.
two medium
8
ones.
mega damage. In this case, you only break one of the mediums, so there's still
Okay.
one left roaming in that
And
territory.
there is still a large one, right?
That's coming up, but that's way
I'm
in front
talking
of us.
about the one in front of you.
You
So,
could start
In
shooting
front of
guys on.
us, there are two medium ones, but coming up, there's a big one.
Sorry,
Eventually, we'll
okay.
have to focus that.
Because I'm trying. Just to
This
get
is
an idea,
top-
can you mark where they are exactly? Russell?
Oh, let me ping.
Yes.
So these are what we're currently at right here, and this one's the
Uh-huh.
big one that's gonna come up soon.
Okay.
Are
Okay,
we
so
even going
these
to hit?
grays. Sorry, I didn't understand how it was
Yeah,
formed.
man, don't worry.
Alright,
Understandable.
so-
I try to simplify as much as I can. Good.
So that is too far away for a guiding bolt. Should I?
What's your range on
Uh,
guiding bolt?
We need to get rid of the
It's-
medium one in front of us. There's still one left.
6,000.
Okay, so
there's
two
still one
squares.
left,
Okay,
but-
so 2 squares in front of us.
I'd say with 6,000, I'll allow it because this is everything is moving.
Ah.
For us, with the guiding bolt, don't waste it. Focus on the big one,
Exactly.
and the pulse
Okay,
cannon will take
yeah.
out the other medium one.
Alright, so I'll do that. I'll focus on the large.
The
I'll do
medium
it
one
at-
helped you in destroying the medium, the one in front of you.
Miru.
Yes, Miru
Yes,
helped you
yes.
destroying
Okay.
that.
Uh-huh.
Good.
So I'll
you-
attack the large one from my end.
Good.
Okay, so 25.
Hits.
No,
Nice.
25, yes.
Yes, hits.
I'd assume the bigger ones are easier to hit.
And that is for
is.
these. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see if I can.
Okay. No, you rolled well.
That wasn't a happy
Don't.
sign.
Manifest.
11.
That's okay.
11. You see chunks of it crack. It is still there.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell it. Good.
Okay, and it has advantage on the next attack roll, so...
That's true. That's true. Hey, you might crit on another
Look
lightning
up in the
bolt.
sky.
You know, I mean, hey.
Good.
It starts flickering.
Alright.
Good. And so we have the gunners done their roll. We have
Do you want to engines and power weapons? Or, I forget how...
No, because if you power weapons, it destroys the shield. It deactivates the shield.
Ah, okay.
Even engines,
Yeah.
huh? Even Anki engines.
Then...
so engineer. What would you like to do?
So, do you want weapons or do you want like more shields?
No,
Kind of,
shield,
that's
I will stick
the-
to shields.
so
But
okay,
if you
so...
do engines, it will
We-
deactivate the shield.
If we put power into the shields, they where is it?
shield covers more than one side, basically.
Yeah,
It
but
covers
the
both
issue
sides,
with
and
engines,
the regen is higher as well.
But our
Yeah.
gunners make one less attack, so technically we would have gotten an attack less that round.
Yeah.
Or if the engineer does it now, basically in the next turn they'll have one less attack, and we do it that way.
technically, yeah, so, because that's when it's happening.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Alright, okay. Sure.
What's the plan, engineer?
shields.
Shields. Good. So okay. So you're reducing the one of the.
As that,
Exactly,
essentially.
yes.
So I'd say Mir wouldn't have attacked. So the medium
Oh
meteor
wait, but
had-
it takes effect now. So for the next turn, no?
this is all collectively. You're doing this simultaneously.
Okay.
He diverted powers to.
So we have to
shields.
always decide
So
engineer
best
first.
engineer starts, Mela.
Tipo,
Yes,
like,
we'll start doing that. Yes.
I thought it should if it happens after.
so-
okay.
Engineer, you directed shields. The meteor.
Does it help the fact that we're covering another side with shields? I'm asking. Because like I just made a saving throw and I didn't take damage before, so
I'd say these are moving in one direction. So if you'd like, there.
So we shouldn't
it would
even-
help for recovering, but it's not.
no, but we're at full right now, so it doesn't help to
Exactly,
focus.
yes.
So let that attack
Let's keep it to
happen.
weapons.
Engineer,
Yeah.
no, just don't power anything. Sadly, like for this round, we don't
think-
need anything
okay.
to be powered.
Okay, so good. So, Captain, are you doing anything?
Captain did the perception check now.
Thank you very much. Good, perfect. So, we start our turn, and yes, you are in an empty space. Good. So,
Lovely.
ahead of you
No,
is
there was
damage-
oh no, man, sorry. I
This is
forgot
the one
to
we cleared
check.
already. Was it?
No,
Check,
exactly.
check.
You entered in the one you cleared.
Yeah.
Ahead of you, it's a half a meter gone. What would you like to do?
So we're saying the
engineer?
engineer should go first, so that we determine.
And we are saying
Yeah,
that
so we
in
know
front
what
of us there
happens.
is the big rock. Yes.
I think right now, since it doesn't really help us, like either you just sit tight until we take damage, or we risk it
Yeah.
and we take an extra attack on weapons. Because maybe if we clear the next spot, we might not get hit in the first place.
Maybe. Russell, this here are 4 small ones or 1 medium one?
Those are four medium ones, two medium
are
ones in
two
reality, but I
medium
just drew them like that.
I think we can destroy it how we are right now. As in with an extra gunner, we can destroy it.
Okay, then shoot first.
So
Let me
I
see
guess
what I can do.
You can use your thing to fire extra, right?
yes, I can.
Oh,
but
that's nice.
we were saying that Yoneda should go first. So I'm waiting.
No, but right now we can't really gain anything from using engineer.
Does a 10 hit?
You do a different...
10 on the medium.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Fuck.
10
Okay.
misses. But Miro will shoot. Oh,
Before-
the D4. Did you add their D4?
Yep.
Before they go ahead,
Uh-huh.
I should have used my action to declare a barrage. So one gunner
I mean, you can do it after as well. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but
Perfect. Yeah.
can utilize their reaction to shoot again.
Okay.
Perfect.
2 plus cannon because it does more damage.
Okay, good. In fact, he missed on the first attack, but he'll shoot the second
Oh.
one, and the second one hits. And yes, does break that part. So you have in front of you, there's a clear path.
Nice.
The next square.
But now keep focusing the big one, Nanis.
Then for now, I'm going to stay here and just
if
do.
you can.
Yes, yes. I just don't want to. Okay,
Dog
so
fighting, hard
should I
turn.
do? No, at first level's better. So another guiding bolt. This one's with advantage.
You can't fire cantrips, or you just don't have cantrips.
I don't have cantrips for objects because
I see.
these are not creatures.
I see.
Fair enough.
Okay, so 22 to hit.
Nice.
22. Yes, definitely go ahead, deal damage.
Okay, for the 6. Another 11 on the large.
Another 11 on the large one. Let me just confirm.
Rolling back. Rolling back on those D6, man.
That's 22 total.
Dice chain. Dice
22
chain.
total. Yep, indeed. So you have
nice.
cleared this
Okay,
big
at
one. So you
least.
have a
Very good.
very big clear plot over here. Okay.
Okay, alright.
Nice.
Good. You destroy fragments, and the area is just molten sort of molten rocks, which are too tiny to affect anything. They won't deal any to your shields. But with this, you hear a thump
Oh no.
up ahead. And Inanis, as you cast this, and you're as you look upwards, you see these something pierce through the roof. You see
What?
these creatures phasing through the roof
Oh god.
of your ship,
Fuck.
and similarly the pilot as well. Also,
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. What the fuck? No.
This is first session.
Holy fuck.
No.
The
Is
fuck are
this
those?
loading?
It's loading. It's loaded. It's there.
loading, I can see them.
They're
Good.
they big.
Yes.
Why are there penises on our ship?
Look, you guys
Why are there
focus
giant
the
roaches on our
guns,
ship?
and I will take care of them.
You see these centipedal creatures phasing into the ship, as they have these bright colors, scintillating effects, this illusory magic around them. I'd like the rest of you to roll initiatives, and in fact, Adam, you can keep
Can I
that
use
natural.
Yes. Thank you. A little bit of mercy in this game. Thank you.
So
So that's a 24 for me.
I know we're technically surprised by these enemies, but I assume
Yes.
we're not surprised.
You're not surprised because you are prepared.
We're in combat. So
Alert.
I rolled the natural one for my initiative, which comes from
Same.
But I have a feat that, regardless of like what I rolled, I shoot first. Because I'm a smuggler. And I shoot first. So I'm just piloting the ship. And I'm like, what the fuck? I
So
immediately, like, my repeater comes out and just...
Good. Yes, I like it. In fact,
I
they
also-
ended their turn phasing the hull.
Okay.
They do have this shifting nature. If you in your attack roll, I would like you to roll that with. Let me just
Disadvantage.
confirm. Du-du-du. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. Go ahead. Roll.
Alright, I mean, I didn't need the disadvantage
So I
because
can use my
still rolled
cantrips
shit.
now. Thank you, Russell.
You
Wait,
see that?
we need someone to focus the stuff outside, though. Anyway.
This is dexterity
So,
plus 6.
25 to 20, first of all.
Okay, yeah. Do
24.
initiative first. Yeah.
Good. 20 to 15.
19.
19. You need a 15 to 10.
Guys, come on.
10
This
to
is the
5.
first combat.
5.
8.
6.
Okay, 8 and 5.
6.
8.
5, 6. 6 for
Uh,
that.
I had a 6.
Time to carry the team. Okay.
And 5 Velris. And we go to 5 to 1.
I think everyone said no. Or Nathan.
Kiara?
No, she said
No, I
six.
said 6.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Because I did roll a
Yeah,
nat 1, but I have alert, which gives me plus
You're
5.
No,
Not
you
her either.
But
Uh-huh.
not
Neither
even
what
your
you-
virus.
يا أون الله.
Technical
I'm
issues.
technical difficulties. But no worries. So, good. So we're gonna their turn.
They start. Nice.
I mean, no, their turn was
24.
phasing in.
Okay, okay.
I mean, 24 kind of works against.
I can throw something at them while they're phasing in.
Is this the
Uh,
same turn where we did the moves
Testing.
for the
Okay.
ship?
no, they are
Testing.
exactly before.
Hello, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Can
You're
you hear
back.
me?
Okay.
I hear you.
Yes.
For some reason, I had to unplug the microphone and replug it. Okay.
Also, side note, I rolled a 6 thanks to alert because I had rolled a 1, but I have a +5 because I have alert.
Nice.
You have no plus to your
Nice.
dex.
All right, there is also the dex that I have to add. I have nope, +0. So you know,
Nice.
6.
And I got a 5.
So, and you've got reserve 5, right?
Yep, I got a 5.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to up my
um,
dex.
No, you don't. You don't.
Good. So how we'll do this is how you react, how fast you react. So Yermo. So first of all, go ahead and shoot Valris.
I
because
got
you
a
get the shoot
14.
first. A 14. 14 just hits on the dot.
Okay, nice.
So as they're phasing in, you see these creatures, and they are taken aback by your reaction.
I deal 8 points of radiant damage.
Oh, beautiful. So this is on the top. Good.
As if the repeater does radiant damage. Yep. Yeah.
Good. So, Yermo, your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's 20. Okay, I'm going to go around the auto turret.
Okay.
So I can't move my token though.
Yes. Apologies. Where would you like to go?
To the back of the turret.
Okay.
I'm gonna bonus action hide,
Okay.
and I'm going to throw my dagger, which is laced with poison.
Beautiful. Go ahead and do an attack roll.
Nice.
Do you get advantage
Come
for
on,
hiding?
man.
Or are these
You have a D4, remember this for attack.
Oh yeah, do I have an advantage for hiding or no? Well, I guess so, right? Wait, do I have to roll a stealth for it? Actually, wait 1 second.
Exactly. Yes. First roll stealth for the hide action.
Once more can go.
Do I have a D4 for this?
No,
No,
because
this
this is
is an ability check.
Sorry, it's an ability check. Sorry, I thought you were saying the ham.
13 to hide.
13 to hide. Yes.
their
Just
pencil.
confirm. You just hide.
Oh fuck yes. Okay,
So advantage, sneak attack.
not
That's
the
good.
best.
Yes.
But-
Go ahead.
14 just hits.
That's yeah, that's 21 to hit,
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
and that will do.
So you got,
Yeah, this is with the antimatter dagger.
and you get sneak attack.
Yes. That's good. So, 7 plus 5 is 12. And they have to do a Constitution saving throw
Are they affected by poison?
if they're affected by poison.
Yes, they do. They do take
Okay.
damage.
fine.
So it is 15 from their end. Constitution save.
That's a pass.
Okay, good. What type of damage are you dealing?
Well, I think the antimatter is necrotic, right? Or radiant? I think it's necrotic.
Yes, it's necrotic. Very nice. Good. And with that, we go to. And is that in the end of your turn?
I believe so. Actually, yes, it is.
I would like to ask a thing, Russell. While we're doing this combat, us not taking actions for the ship means that we do a round where the ship just takes damage, right?
Pretty much.
Yes.
And
yes.
if I get out of the pilot's chair, essentially the ship is a sitting duck. There is no saving throw; it just automatically fades.
Pretty much, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
I
Just-
have a spell for that.
I'm just thinking for what I plan to do for my turn. I needed to just ask.
That's
So-
fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Good. So we go to Yoneda. Yoneda, you gasps like over the comms, like if you want also, I couldn't draw it in the map, but there is a direct tunnel between the engines and the gunners position. that you can sort of dash through. Just as
How
a
how
fly.
how long is that?
I'll just tell you quickly.
Looks like it's.
By the way,
fucking-
each square is 10 feet.
Oh.
Oh,
So
That makes
so
sense.
these are huge.
yes, actually yes.
Fuck me.
They're more than you. They're 30 foot. These are.
They're more
Yeah,
actually.
they're
Yes.
gigantic.
These are large, gigantic space.
I mean, they live in space, so they have to be massive.
Okay.
It's about
Ah,
100 feet if I'm counting correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
because they crawl. Oh yeah.
Fuck me.
Okay.
They seem to be mainly
I'll
fuzzy, but
I'll be like over the comms. I'll be like, okay,
Let's make it
ship.
better.
If I can just say this since it's Yoneda's turn, I'd just be like, Yoneda, you and me need to stay on ship duty.
Gotcha. Russell, so
Wait, at
the
least.
tunnel, what's the distance?
130 you'd get there.
Okay. Oh,
130.
okay.
130. No, man.
Oh, second question. Do I look through the tunnel? Do I see something right now or no? Do I see a creature?
I'd say no. Right now, the great because the creature is still going upstairs. So no, it's not. It
Okay.
hasn't landed on the. But yes, from the tunnel, sort of. It is 10. It's just 20 feet wide, and you do see it. It's under the quarters. You'd see the base of the arcane cannon, and Ananis's feet, but that's all.
No, I don't see any creatures.
Exactly.
Okay. So I can't do that yet. I'll radio in and like what's the situation?
Help, they're fucking massive.
Things are attacking us, but we need to get through
I'm
the.
screwed.
We need to get through the astral field anyway. So just the asteroid field. So just stay on engine. Stay there, because we're gonna throttle this one. I need you on shields. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
With that, I'll switch powers. I'll switch
Yeah.
power to shields.
Because we're not gonna
Which
get any
means-
attacks this turn.
Good.
Practically.
It is one less attack.
Which is fine, because we're gonna
That's
get only
fine.
one attack anyway.
Yeah.
Good. So you did powers to shields. It is. I forgot to.
Sorry,
Okay.
on my turn, I would have called out to Miru to focus on the stuff outside.
Yes, we'll do. Handle them.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll-
And with that, we go to the ship. Sorry, the first one.
Oh.
The one in the pilot chair, near
Oh.
near the command center.
Okay.
You see as it rides down the hull, as in front of you, you see these dazzling lights from its colorful eyes. I would like Rev Raimi and Valrus to do a wisdom saving throw, please.
No.
Oh no.
Russell, this is first session. Give us
You're
a click.
making... Okay, thank the void. That is more stuff than I can. Okay, it's a 17 for me.
Beautiful.
I managed to roll an 18
Okay,
plus
lovely,
5.
lovely.
As
So
you
it's-
see these dazzling lights that would otherwise confuse normal people
God.
and incapacitate them.
I can't.
You
I can't.
This is the third session. What the fuck? I just sat down.
you avert your
This
eyes
will be
quickly,
clipped, Russell.
and
I'm going to. Oh.
you avert your eyes quickly and you focus at the task at hand. This is a matter of life and death. So that's its turn. It will, however, wriggle its way down towards you guys
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wriggle its way
Mhm.
down.
and land as you see its many centipedal claws get ready to strike. Good. With that, we go to the ship, and the ship is in. Let's just confirm.
Mm-hmm.
This is no bueno, not good.
Safe, right?
Everybody write your will.
Well, I
So,
mean,
for the ship-
I'm still on the ship. Like, as in, so for my turn, my plan was to, okay. So if I
I'm
take
gonna
an
do
action now as
the
the
action
ship,
individually. I think that's easier.
Shini,
So the actions, if anyone takes actions on the ship, they cannot take actions in their round. That's basically
Okay.
good.
So if
Makes
now
sense?
I take an action, I can't take an action in my turn, no, but I can
Yes,
do the action for the ship now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
In fact, I shouldn't have gotten you to roll initiative actually, because you had already rolled in and that was your initiative.
DM.
Yes.
Um, can I retroactively use bonus action?
Yes, I'll allow it. Yes, of course.
Just in case. I have a cantrip called Finger Guns.
That's cute.
Where I basically make my hand in the shape of a gun, and it now becomes a blaster.
Whoa!
You
It,
see,
it doesn't literally
yes,
become a blaster, but I can shoot force damage
your
through my
hand
finger gun.
Oh, that's cute.
Question:
extended
would
to
you
the
be
pod.
shooting chunks of yourself?
I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Good. So, let's go
Okay.
to the ship. So, what are you
So,
doing?
okay.
Who's gonna take action here? Cannot take action on their turn.
I'm going to get out of the chair.
No, don't
Okay.
shoot. We don't need. We have Miro can shoot. Miro can shoot
Miro's-
forward.
Yes.
He's gonna shoot ahead.
Yeah.
You have cleared that asteroid. He's gonna clear. Let's see.
I mean the one ahead, ideally, because so that if
Yes.
we move
Let me see the range.
right now, if we
So-
stay where we are, do we take damage? Do we, like is there? Are we in threat, or where if we stay here, no save needs to be?
I'd say you're moving with the flow of the asteroid.
Okay.
So no, you won't take.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, shoot ahead
Good.
of
So
us.
he's gonna try to clear. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be 15,000. He'll do it with disadvantage. That's fine. He has a guidance. Oh, sorry. He has the blessing. Yep. 13. Yes.
Nice.
He shoots far ahead
Okay.
and he destroys part of the medium up here. I'm gonna mark it soon. Let me try. I'll mark it with a.
Use an orange.
Yeah, orange or red.
He has broken this, and you have
Okay.
this broken.
Okay.
Okay. So currently, if we
That's
move
fine.
forward, there's no risk.
Yes, diagonals are okay. You can go diagonal. You can go.
Okay.
Good. So,
I'll be like, Captain, protect me, and I'm going to throttle the ship forward.
perfect. Tell me the speed that you're moving at.
At the full 3,000 of the
The full 3.
So one.
so 1 square.
Good. Any other actions? That's it.
For now, I think. Like right now we haven't taken damage, so powering up shields doesn't help. Actually, we don't have
Another attack.
but no one's there to shoot.
No, the pulse cannon.
The pulse cannon shot.
Shot right now.
Chismo. Technically, since we're in a clear path, actually power engines.
Yeah.
Power engines, and we'll move an extra amount. Since
Okay, so
wait.
Yoneda hasn't
Wait,
taken the
because-
action.
No, I did. That's the thing.
Didn't you only
You
use
said
a
shield.
bonus?
Oh,
bonus
sorry.
action?
I understood that you said power.
So I also understood we're powering shields because I asked shields.
I need you on shields in general for the future, but right now we're not at risk of taking damage, so let's go with engines. Like,
Okay, so
Engines?
we are
if,
just
if DM allows it retroactively, power would have gone not to shields.
we.
You're
Engine.
still in the initiative turn. I'll allow it.
I mean,
Good. So I'd say with that you get the movement to enter the second.
okay,
Second slot. Good.
all right.
So if you have enough, basically, if you have enough feet.
Yeah, we'd be halfway through it technically because the engines get powered times 1.5. So
Good. And with that, we go back to the inside, where the creature descends on the gunners.
Absolutely wreck my life.
Let's see. It has 2 tasty
Remember, we
beams.
have a D4 for the saving throw, Adam.
Yes. If there's a saving throw.
I mean,
When
He's
have
not
the
dead.
saving throw.
Well, there's a wisdom on it. But we're behind the cannons. They can't see us.
In your case, yes, because but
So-
you need to hide yourself after the attack.
since you hit first,
Fine.
since you hit first,
Fine.
The creature flares up with these light colors as it focuses them in its mandibles. As this
I don't like
stellar beam
mandibles.
just shoots up
Oh,
in a quite a large beam and hits Inanis and Miru in a line. I'd like both
Oh,
of you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
ah,
Bless,
Miru
bless, bless.
yes,
Bless.
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 Dexterity
Let
saving
me see.
throw,
No,
right?
no, it's too bad. He got a 3.
13,
I'm sure it doesn't deal immediately 30 damage. It
How
does
much
immediately
did it
30 damage.
Mine is 15.
15. So you only take
You
10
only
damage.
take 10
Fuck
damage
me.
from a save. Okay. Alright.
Jesus.
Miro
Okay.
takes 20. Fun.
As you see, the colors though dies off, and this doesn't seem to be repeated. So
That's
we
fun.
go to that's Miru's like, oh shit, and he had already taken the action. We go to Inanis. Your turn. What?
Ah, it's my turn already. Okay. Alright. I just need to check one ability. Ah, fuck, I can do that.
Sorry,
Alright.
the blasters, the turrets, are they? Can I see above them, or are they low to the ground or high up?
The turrets are basically a sphere.
Oh,
And
but they're right. In the, like if I'm behind it, he can't see me technically.
if you're behind it, he can see you because you are behind the stand of it.
That's that. Okay,
You
okay.
would have to go on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so as a bonus action, I'll cast. Should I do it? Yes, because I cast spiritual weapon,
Okay,
Okay.
beautiful. So let me try to edit.
and that is not a concentration.
No, it's not. It's not.
Wow.
Good, beautiful. What would you?
Okay,
So would you like to attack?
and yes,
What
yeah,
what
we
form
can.
would the spiritual weapon take?
Good question. Good question.
Big
Uh,
fucking gun.
no, actually, you see a sort of diamond-like shape, and as it goes to attack, you see it like exploding near it,
Nice.
near the creature.
It's a grenade.
No, I only have an asteroid, but it will be
Okay,
represented
okay.
No!
For next time.
Literally,
For
yes.
next time.
Okay.
for next time. That would be something to improve. So yes, you have this.
So yes,
Good.
and
Go ahead and do an
attack.
attack roll.
You know what you're gonna do.
Kinda.
HM will have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And my attack modifier is.
Don't forget your plus D4.
Yep. That is why I'm probably hitting 14 to hit.
It is for yes. Yeah,
Oh.
the DC
Yep,
is
14
48.
hits.
Exactly.
14 hits.
So
Uh,
1d8.
Russell, I have an extra 1 damage from my attack because I only rolled 1d6 sneak attack.
I will edit.
It's just 1 damage.
Yes.
Hey, you never know. You might have left it with 1 health.
True.
And now take that
7
off.
force damage.
I'm
7
sure my
force
8
damage.
damage is a lot
Nice.
of damage to it.
And for ruling wise, just to be sure, we can only cast one spell and one bonus action, one
Yes.
cantrip.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Precisely.
so I casted this. My action. Where should I go? Where should I go? I'm seeing. So I have 30 feet, so it's 3 squares, right? In this.
Yes.
Okay. I'll get out of the line from with me.
Left or right?
I'll go to this side here.
Ah, good. You can move it, right? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Good. Yes, move it. Don't worry.
Should I go further? Let's see. Fuck.
Oh, I can't.
Don't have.
Just
Wait,
don't stay
actually,
in the
I
line,
have
no.
from here.
Up next we have Rev Raimi, so that you can think what to do, Rev.
Do I see this other one here? This other monster on the left? The one at the comment center?
Um,
Or is it closed behind the doors?
because it's closed behind the doors.
Okay.
Yes. I'd say it's closed.
So in that case, I will use. Should I use? I move 3 squares here. Just
Good.
go to this side.
Perfect.
Prepare to open the door, and for my action, I'll cast. Which one would be the best? I'll do Eye of Ra, and you see my eye flare up, void like dark light from my right eye. Was it? Yes, from my right eye, and I'll attack it.
Go ahead.
Another D4. I need to make a concentration check.
Yeah. For bless.
Okay, I made it
Nice.
because it's 10 only. This
Uh-huh.
And okay, 18 to hit,
Oh, beautiful. Yes.
and this is 1d8 radiant. It
Good.
takes 7 radiant damage, and it can take the hide action, which
Ah, nice. That's what it's gonna
that's
do.
my
Rev.
turn.
Good. Beautiful. So next up, Rev Raimi. You see this
Okay.
creature came down. Fancy
Okay.
colors. What do you like to do?
Is there a way that I can position myself between the Roach and Valrys without triggering an opportunity attack?
Yes, of course. I'd say if you come here.
It's not close enough for opportunity attack yet, or is it?
I mean, you're now within its range. To get an opportunity attack, you need to exit its range.
Yeah. Okay, so I have my sword in the only arm that I have left.
Right, because we're
Yep,
not.
yep.
So no shield right now.
I'm
basically.
currently armless. But
Wait.
not armless, but
Yeah. You're armed but unarmed.
Yep, exactly.
Unarmed.
Exactly. And before, and like, I make sure that like the roach, the thing is looking at me, and I'm like, and before I go to attack, I let out a like I say in Orcish, "Madonna che schifo," which can roughly be translated to Jesus Christ, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And then I go to attack with my great sword.
Great sword. Long sword.
Longsword, pardon me.
You good?
The longest of swords.
Yeah.
Longsword. Longsword.
Mm-hmm.
So, roll to attack. Please. be
Go ahead.
decent.
Kill it.
Please be
Kill it.
decent.
Murder it.
I fucking hope I can.
Such a
Fine smite.
awful spell.
Does a 12 hit?
What are you adding? It's a 6. Ugh.
The 6 plus
no.
6.
Okay.
It parries off with one of its centipede, and it seems to be grinning.
Jesus.
This motherfucker.
The centipede would grin.
Okay. Very cute.
Its mandibles just open wide like this. Anything else that you'd like to do? Bonus action or something? I don't know if you have any spells. And up next is year mode. Yes.
Question, is Sanctuary bonus actionable?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. Yep,
Ooh, cute.
definitely. Good. You want to use it?
Since yes, because since Valrys is currently keeping us alive from the stones for at least until we are out of the meteor area, I cast Sanctuary on her.
Good. Yermo, you're up next. What would you like to
Yes.
do?
I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Good. Again?
Wait.
For fuck's sakes, why is it so bad?
Wait. Do I have a turn? Can I use a bonus action in my turn?
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Yes, I didn't consider that you can use your bonus action. Yes, please do. Yes.
Okay, so now I got Sanctuary. I didn't know I'd get that, but
I'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate. I'll.
That's it.
Technically, I don't have this up because I didn't say that I'm not going to use sorcery points for that. Okay, I am going to quickened cast invisibility on myself as well.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Okay.
Completely and utterly unhittable powers.
Just I need.
You're sitting, but no one can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone knows your location, but
Good.
Basically I'll use my movement to like get up and move 15 feet and then go invisible and then I'll move 15 feet back right onto the Dana.
Okay. Okay. That's
Right onto
important. That's
the
good.
chair.
Okay.
nice.
Okay. Good. So we go to Yermo.
I'm opening up the chocolate milk
Oh.
for power.
Okay, milk deployed.
Yep. Okay, so my stealth was 11, which I guess doesn't work.
He does see you from the corner of your eyes. Of his
And I'm
eyes.
gonna like go over the edge and pew pew with my repeater.
Go ahead.
Like
Attack,
this?
but not.
As that you don't get
He's
snake
higher than 5. A 4.
Ah.
with a D4.
Oh, the D4, but yes.
Yes.
A 1. 5. 11.
Oh.
Nope. Okay.
You do have a bonus action if you want.
No, he used
hide.
it for hide.
Ah, you're right. Thank you. Sorry.
I will
good,
scour
Never
myself.
mind.
I will slowly walk back into cover and just
Good.
pretend to hide.
Thank you, Yermo. Yoneda.
This
I'd
didn't
say
work.
at this point, Yoneda, you would see this creature on the ground. Its things. It would have half cover given the nature of the angle, etc. But you could target it if you have some 160 feet.
Also, to confirm regarding powering and depowering and changing things, if I
Yes?
don't use an action to change power, does it stay as where it was? So in this case, on the engines.
No, I think it goes back to like.
No, it reverts to to the normal. The shields
Is
are
it?
just a normal shield.
So on the comms, I ask, I can take a shot at the creature, or else I can go back to the engine to power the engines. To say,
Come help.
I quietly say keep powering engines.
Please help.
It's your call. Is Nathan stuck for you guys as well?
No. I
uh,
can see. I can see him moving.
Good.
can you see me?
Yeah, you're fine.
No, that was good. That was good.
Um,
Your call. People are requesting help from both
Help.
directions. It's your.
I
call
hear
to take.
Yermo say that he needs help.
They're fucking massive.
I feel, and I see like a segment of the creature, correct?
Yes, it is massive. It is massive.
So I'm like, okay, it's cowboy time.
Yeah.
However, first I tried to take aim with the finger gun, but I was like, oh wait, this is out of range. So I switched to the repeater.
Ooh.
And I have sharpshooter.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
that
So no
sharpshooter-
problem at all. Yes.
Attacking at long range is imposed disadvantage, and your ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Very nice.
Um,
Yes.
Holy fuck.
I will also be cocky.
Oh.
I will take the penalty.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yep. Will I hockey?
Okay.
Good.
So-
Go ahead.
Just
Blaster
roll
out.
higher than me.
I take like a
It's-
step back to try and like get the perfect
Yes.
shot, and let's see if this works. Yes. Basically, as a -5, I don't add anything to my roll. However, it's a
Oh.
natural 16.
Hey.
Nice.
Very nice. Good. Go ahead and take your shot.
So it's a
Roll
2d6
the
plus
die.
10 in this case.
Yes.
Lovely.
Lovely stuff.
This was approaching. This creature was approaching being bloodied. You can see, it started to slow its movement, sluggish movement, as it's getting tired, evading the attacks. It took some hits. but
Well,
they
I
didn't
failed the
pursue.
attacks. I got an 11 to hit.
Hey,
So this
failing.
is basically I have
That's what it means.
26 radiant. My repeater is an artificer infusion, so it has a
Oh,
+1.
fuck.
Okay.
And then I have the +10 to the
Yeah.
to the damage.
Go ahead and
So-
roll.
Nice.
God
Yes,
bless
sir.
your Neda.
High roll.
God bless your Neda and all that they stand for.
So that is 8 plus 10, 19 plus 1, 19. 19 points of radiant damage.
19.
Yes.
Oh, it is severely bloodied. You see it's on its last leg.
Okay.
And even for those in the room, you see this creature just land. It lets out this stellar beam as it looks to Yermo as it seems to be planning something mischievous. And suddenly, as it's
Exciting.
turning,
God.
this blast hits its bottom side as it's good. And with that, it seems to be
I
very
would also
bloody.
like to just through the comms yell out, "Leave my friends alone."
Oh,
We are friends, yay!
you see, as it lands, it sort of goes low and it makes eye contact with you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's a cat.
Okay. It's wiggling its butt right now. Like, just
My worst enemy. a
getting
cat.
ready.
Yes. Good. So with that, Yoneda, would you like to do something else?
I don't have anything else to do.
Good, thank you. So, we go to the one in the captain's seat. In the captain's seat, you see the creature. The creature saw you. You
Move.
get up
Yeah.
and go to the side. So it will go to the side, and where it thought it saw you last, will make a line
Nice.
Thank you.
of stellar beam,
Thank you.
and it goes around and like. So only Rev Raimi, I'd like only Rev Raimi to do a dexterity.
You got this. You got this, love. You can do this.
Russell, I will smother you in your
You
sleep.
you can do this, baby. You have the most health of all of us.
I will
Yeah,
break
I'm
into
playing
your
for that.
house and smother you in your sleep. Does an
That's an
18
expensive
save?
smother.
Yes.
Does an 18 save?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
But you
lovely.
do take.
And you're not concentrating. That's actually it's in concentration. So that's
You take 9 points of damage,
okay.
radiant damage.
Okay.
With Seer.
I love how we just started and we're already trying to threaten and to kill Russell.
I started before we began.
That is the best way to go about it.
Good. So, with that, that ends its turn, and we go to the ship. Does anyone want to do ship action?
That's a mere abyss. So.
No,
Miro
I
and
I am still on
Mhm.
on.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm going to move. The ship regains 10 shields because it deactivated its shields when the engines were powered. So now that it's no longer powering, it regains 10. And I will move us another 3,000 feet forward.
Beautiful. Good. Let me just change the scene.
Mhm.
Miru is going to take a shot. He'll say,
Yeah, go for
the
it.
things are too far. I'll take a shot. I think I have better chances like that.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, taking a shot, he means to the creature.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
Because the things are too far. But you
Then
take
change
you
the map.
go-
Yes. Just
Okay.
to see.
So you go one step diagonal,
okay,
right?
sorry.
Empty space.
Technically, as a
Makes sense?
because if we go at this angle now, because basically as part of our movement we shifted diagonally 45 degrees, because that's part of
Yes.
how it works, Mujek.
Yes.
So I would prefer going straight ahead than this square, and then turn the next square so that we have a clear diagonal path. Because this way, I think we hit the other big asteroid. If I go along this line,
Yeah.
if I keep going diagonally now, I will hit the asteroid, the big one. No?
The big one is destroyed.
No, another big one. Like at the end of the.
You can ping this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
Ah.
okay.
It has to be this route here, right?
As that I'm imagining, once I get into this square, I will start moving along this
Yeah.
path.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes, that's agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I confirm that you're planning like this?
To go here.
Okay. So the whole 4 squares that you're on right now are empty because you destroyed that. So-
Because this is empty. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, I can move around, I guess. So I'll take this spot. Okay. Fair enough.
Good.
Not sure what is clear and what isn't in terms of.
No worries. I'll so for maneuvering, don't worry
Okay.
in this
Okay.
scenario. Good. So Miru will take a shot at the creature. He will take out his iron cannon and.
Oh wow.
Um,
Wow.
That sounds big. I don't know if it is, but that sounds big.
It is quite big, actually. He will actually. Let me see if he should run towards it. No, he shouldn't.
Ion
Uh,
cannon.
Yes, actually, yes. He will. He will emerge from the. He will emerge from the pulse cannon enclosement and goes 1, 2, 3 to get within 30 feet of it, and he will yell out, "Beat that sucker!" and he will ion cannon and shoot.
If you make you deal the damage value. If you make an attack,
He has a D4 as well, right?
Yeah, for attack roll.
Does he have that orc thing of like if he he can use a bonus action to dash forward or something?
Thank you. Yes, that is there. As a bonus action, you can move up to your speed. But no, he prefers shooting the range, but for the purpose of this, being in close range, activates his scatter ability.
Oh, he can use the scatter as it is. Okay, because I thought he needed to be in half the weapon's range, not the
Exactly.
within
It is the range is 30/90, so he has to be
15 feet.
and 15 feet. You're right. Yeah, I'd say he's in 15 feet.
Okay. All right.
Feet away from the diagonal.
Okay.
It's
fair.
a big creature.
Good. As long as he's getting that scatter, that sounds good.
If he's in 15 feet range, would he aid for sneak attack?
He wouldn't,
Probably not. He'd need to be within
but
5.
he will. He doesn't know about this. Should he consider this?
I mean, he should make the attack anyway first.
Yeah, he makes the attack anyway, yeah. So the attack does hit because thanks to the guidance, and the creature does take.
Bless.
Okay, the creature is looking very bad.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
you see as he blasts a hole through one of its sides and blasts away some of its legs. One of the legs falls by your side. Inanis is still wriggling, and
I kick it
with
away.
that, we go to good. So that's his turn. They cannot do anything else. Yes. We'll go to. It's turn. I forgot. It will move forward. It will. Let's see. There's the arcane cannon.
Does it bother Yoneda? Does it hate Yoneda now?
It's
Can it
gonna
even
yes,
pass
actually,
through the
it's gonna
tunnel,
go
though?
to Yoneda. 1, 2.
I mean, it
does
can
know that
phase through the
everyone is there.
walls, so
Yes. Sorry. It will, as it's there, actually, it's in the center, while it's moving here in the center, sorry. As it's wriggling its way past between the pulse cannon and the auto turret, you see lights glimmer around it in a sphere. I would like
oh no.
all of the gunners to
Oh,
do
no.
a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Bless.
You have a D4.
Yes, the bless. Let me see for Miru.
It's not good, my friend. It's not good.
Not good
Did
for
we lose
my-
an entire section of the...
I have a feeling I am gone.
How much?
It's a 14.
14 succeeds.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Inanis?
Your blessed my ass.
Minus 21.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
cleric.
But Miru got caught in it. As you see, he drops the iron cannon as he's saying he's dazzled.
Okay.
And the creature discards Miru as a threat, so it will go for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm like hugging the back of the turret, like, okay.
If you turn around, as you see, it lunges with its claws. That's a 15 to hit.
No, it misses.
Oh, nice. Good. But it goes for the second attack. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
It has a second attack. That's lovely.
You take.
I will use
You
my
take-
reaction to scream.
I genuinely thought you were going to do something there for a second.
I have nothing to do. That's it.
You take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, easy.
Don't say that!
Good. So,
Don't say that!
then we have that done. Inanis, your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay.
It looks bad.
I'll use my action. How does it look?
Bad.
Does it
Very
look
bad, very
almost
bad.
dead?
Yes.
Should I do? Tough choice.
Scared.
Sorry. Should I use a guiding bolt, guys? What do you think?
No.
Just don't bother.
No. Just.
Okay, I'll try the cantrip.
Just beat the
Go
shit
ahead.
out of it.
Go ahead.
Iovra. 20 to hit.
Yes, yes.
You
Go
also
ahead,
have
deal
your
damage.
spiritual weapon. I think it's still within the
But it's 20 feet,
because
no.
these are 10-foot squares.
These
are 10-foot squares, not 5.
6 damage.
6 done. How would you like to kill it?
Ooh, okay.
As it's
because
going, it attacked
let me see
Guillermo.
the description. Okay, you see again my right eye flare up with a black pitch hue. Like you see an actual dark flame, and it shoots a ray, hits it in the back, and it's like dark flame propagating through from its back up to its head, and just like starts pouring like the liquid.
Very beautiful.
With
So,
the flower.
Guillermo, from your perspective, you see this creature lunge at you and attack with 2 claws. You evade one of them, but get the other. As it looks to you, hungry. Suddenly, from its head, you see this gaping hole. As you see, at the other end of the hole, you see right Inanus, with his eyes still black. As the flames engulf the creature, and it starts to melt, as it starts to just descend to the ground.
I can't imagine the
Writing in
smell
face.
in here.
Yes, so with that, it just dissolves into the ground. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Is that right?
So, nice. Inanus, would you like to do anything else?
Yes, I'll open this door, move the spiritual weapon by 20 feet, and starting moving to the next room.
Beautiful. The door is automatic, it opens quickly.
Okay, so that's good. So,
And would you move as well?
yes. If I know
Go ahead
that
and
there
move
is-
yourself 30 feet, yes.
Okay. 30 feet, yes, exactly. That's my full bonus action, yes, that's everything.
Beautiful. With that, we go to Revraimi and Valris as well.
Yeah, I don't have anything for this turn.
So,
Good.
Rev will
Ryan?
try to hit the motherfucker again.
Go ahead. Hit it.
The song is a banger.
Mm-hmm.
I will commit murder of the entity.
Oh my god.
I mean,
That spells.
How much?
anything that's ranged.
Okay. You're logged in a battle with this creature. You're taking damage. You're fending it off as much as you can.
Yeah, you just roll.
Just sucker punch it.
That's all you can hope for. So he missed.
Yup, because I don't think an 11 hits.
That's fair. No worries.
I can
So-
tell you from experience, it doesn't hit.
Russell,
We go to Yirmo. Coincidentally, your turn,
Yes.
Yirmo.
So is it still a liquid mess or is it like a harmless liquid mess?
It's a harmless liquid mess.
Okay.
It's there are still components to it, but yes.
Okay, so very simple. Action, bonus action, dash.
Okay.
Why did I think I have 3?
Yes, because you have
One,
movement
two.
as well.
Movement,
That's right,
yeah.
true. So I get to here if I calculated right.
Yes, go ahead and move yourself.
I can't.
I know. Okay, sorry.
I can, sorry.
Okay,
So there, I think.
good, beautiful.
30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20. No, sorry.
I think 1.
And that's my turn.
Beautiful. Perfect. Good. We go to Yoneda, your turn.
I don't see anything at this point, correct? Like no.
No. You do see its carcass. But that's all.
I'll switch the engine back to engine. Sorry, I switch the power to engine.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so
Good.
we're going to move faster this round. Nice.
That's it. Very good. So it is the one in the front. It will attack you, Revraimi. You are the can see. 2 attacks against you. That's a 15 to hit. Does that hit?
nope.
Your
Nice.
AC is 16 now, technically, because you don't have the shield. So just letting you know. Hey, no, we're gonna play by the rules.
Psychic damage is dealt out for.
You have the wrong person sitting next to you, Rev.
And the other one, Mrs. Both
There you go. They
misses.
missed. They missed.
I want
And you deflect everything.
I think you're gonna die today, Kaz.
The rules are more important.
I agree.
Priorities.
No, she's not gonna
Ship.
die. She's just going to sleep on the couch.
Ship.
I'm sorry for being good at this game, I guess.
Listen, fuck off. I already have to deal with a DM that thought it would be appropriate to throw us to fucking creatures
Hey,
of
fine.
hell.
We're winning.
Sorry,
We're
but-
winning. We're winning. It's okay.
You're more likely to die to your more than to these
Not me.
guys. You're fine.
The DM
So
is being
yes,
nice.
ship Valrus.
Throttle forward, 4,500 feet.
Perfect. We
Engines
go
are
to
back down. So far, we're going still through a clear path, right?
yes. That
Alright.
should be it. Let me just move to show you where you're going through.
Still, at
Say
what
you'll
point?
manage to.
At what point will we have to start actually like dealing with debris again? Essentially.
Next turn. Exactly next turn.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
fine, we're fine.
You are
It's
there.
more about us going back to our guns and anything.
Does Miru make a
Well,
save?
movement.
Sorry.
No, I
Does
think it's
Miru get to
stunned.
make a save or something?
Miru. Yes, he does.
That's nice.
Was it a
Um,
stun or was it a daze?
It
Was it the same
was
thing?
Well-
incapacitated,
Ah,
but
I see.
he repeats his saving throw. So now it's his turn. It's Mirus. The other creature is dead. So
And
Miru.
he's blessed.
He is still blessed.
Sorry?
He is still blessed.
Blessed. You're right. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, that's
He
nice.
managed. Even
The bless is clutch, huh?
Yeah, bless is
Yes.
great.
Yes.
He comes to and he finds the carcass in front of him. Oh shit! Good. Where do you need me at, Captain?
Back on the guns.
Oh.
Back on the guns. Good.
Go to the guns.
Coming, Grove.
Get to the chopper.
He gets to the guns, and I'd say yes. No, that is at the end of his turn.
At the end
Okay.
of the turn, no, I imagine, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. So with that, we go to Mirus Inanis.
I move forward.
Go ahead.
3. Can I
The-
try
the doors
to?
As they did actually.
Yeah. I was going to ask if I could like use a free action to use the Omni tool to
Yes,
try
definitely.
and send a command to open.
That would be make more sense. As
Okay.
you
I
add
move
that you
forward
use
the
the
spiritual weapon.
Good.
Yeah, fair
Move it
enough.
as well. Yes. So I have to move it. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless I don't have access.
Fair enough.
It's
but you
only
move-
20 feet. It's
Oh,
one.
sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll
And-
an attack roll.
Yeah. I'll.
This one
is
can
this
take a biting.
damaged?
This one is barely damaged.
It is damaged, but it's not that damaged.
Okay.
Just-
I think,
just fucking hit
should
him.
I do it?
There's also the door, huh? Be careful.
The door is open now.
The door is open.
That's open.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
okay.
door is open.
He
Yeah.
used his Omni tool to
Ah,
open it.
got you, sorry.
So how many points do I have left? Sorry. Okay, I'll do a guiding bolt. Yes.
Yes, perfect. Go ahead and roll.
13, 20 to hit.
22 hit. Very nice. It hits. Roll ahead and roll damage.
1d6. And next attack is now with advantage.
Beautiful.
And 13 radiant damage.
Very nice. Very nice. So 13 radiant damage, and it has a shiny glimmer to it, making it easy to hit.
That's my turn.
Perfect. And in fact,
Everything
Red
bonus,
Rhino, it's
yes.
your turn. You see this,
You have
this
advantage.
glitter around it, guiding you to the correct place to hit it. Surely you cannot.
Okay. I mean, so pretty good. Okay.
So evil. No.
There's an 18 hit.
Yes. Beautiful. Go ahead.
I
As finally you
I
make-
go and I'm pissed at you mostly. So I'm going to use I'm going to hit it and I'm going to use Divine Smite.
Good. Go for it.
Is it
As you make
undead,
contact
Celeste?
finally, and with this you say yes, and you channel that divine smite energy.
Is it undead or a fiend?
It is not. It is a monstrosity.
It's gonna be dead very
So
soon.
it's-
You never want us to have anything.
So it would be 3d8. Do you want
A
Next
couple
up.
of d8s, please.
Yeah, there you go.
And don't forget to add your strength type.
Yes.
And your proficiency.
No, not to your attack.
No.
Just strength.
For a moment. I
That
rolled
looks mid, so that's good. Mid is good. Bad is bad.
$13. 17 total damage.
Very beautiful. As no, it's
Sorry,
bloody.
I always,
As your,
sorry, I always have
as
to
your
take 3 hours to calculate.
your blade cuts through its exoskeleton as you hear that crunch. A puff of smoke comes out from it, but as it reels back, and that's its turn. Valeris,
And then
you
I-
would like to
and-
move on action or nothing?
No, this turn no.
And if I can, I will just say again in Orcish, Cristo, finalmente.
You have smites and
Good.
spells. You have like
And
one
with that, we
smite
go
or
to
something.
Yirmo. Yirmo, your
You
turn.
have smites.
Man,
Like
I'm
spells,
gonna
smites,
move.
like a branding.
Not for smite.
You
Uh,
could cast that as a bonus action.
Oh,
that's
next
my
time.
movement.
Good. You do see it.
I can.
It's
Well,
a big creature. Yes,
I'm
you can
assuming
see
we're gonna kill it next round. Oh fuck it. Okay, if I go here, can I still shoot it? Can I like go around and shoot it?
it. Yes, of course, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna do that then. And do I get sneak attack now because it's next to someone?
Mhm.
It is indeed, yes, precisely.
But that's not advantage. That's
No,
just
it's just
okay.
No,
yeah.
It hits 18.
very beautiful. Yes, it does hit.
No. 1, 2, and 3. No, and 4.
You're using the repeater, yeah.
Ooh.
It's for d6.
Ah.
46, you say.
That is. Do I add anything now, right?
No, on blasters, no.
I forgot. 14 damage. Radiant.
It's looking very bad. As you, with the repeater, you burst through its exoskeleton. It's weak. Not happy. We go to Yoneda. Are you doing anything with the shield?
I think I would ask for shields next turn, actually, for this Donna.
Goes to shield.
Alright, so shields regain 10 hit points.
Good.
Okay, they're at 10.
I'm kind of worried
So-
about how far away the engine room is from everything else.
I mean,
It is a big ship. Just for FYI, future purpose, there are easy. Good. So it is the creature's turn. The creature. Let me see. Intelligence. Nope. It's gonna attack. It's gonna. Let's see if. See if this
Please, you know who you have to attack, Ross.
cannot recharge. It will attack Rev Raimi twice. That's a 13 to hit.
misses.
I love taking your pit, so funny.
Rev Raimi, you're taking the hits on your armor, defending yourself as best you can with the longsword. But nothing makes contact, nothing pierces through. You're a-okay, and we go to ship.
Ship will regain shields and move another 3,000, and now we'll get into danger zone. I'm okay with
Perfect.
that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Close. So we
At most,
you,
maybe Miru can shoot now that it's his turn. Like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this turn,
you are
before
right.
we move.
He will. He will shoot before we move. 3. Let me. I know it. Cannot. I think.
Yeah, so you're heading diagonally, right?
I would imagine so. That now we would move diagonally because that looks like
So
we're
we're gonna
heading
have
into.
that big thing interferes in the way.
He misses, unfortunately, but
Okay.
uh,
Are we not going to move in a diagonal route, Russ? Like, because like that.
as you wish. Would you like to move like this?
Because if we keep moving straight, there's like a big asteroid. No, that thing
yes,
is.
yes.
Yeah. So I'd
The
like
gas
to-
storage you can still evade, by the way.
Yeah.
Just lower DC, higher damage.
Lower DC. It's easier to avoid the asteroids, the big
They are
asteroids.
slower moving,
Ah.
but if they make contact, they pack up.
Yeah.
Don't risk it.
Okay.
It is-
Okay. Now we'll go for medium.
is-
Good.
We're not.
We're
So,
go for
that's-
medium.
With that, we go. Mirus done. Inanis, your turn.
I'll cast Iovra
Beautiful.
again.
Once again, the flames erupt from your eye. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
25 to hit.
Yes,
Nice.
beautiful. And
4 damage, but it can take
Very
the
good.
hair reduction, so.
you see, yes,
Yeah.
No, it's a good thing.
yes,
Good thing.
you burn through it. It's still alive, still holding on, still attacking Rev Raimi.
1, 2.
And in fact, we go to Rev Raimi unless you want to do something.
And
else.
I move the.
Thank you. Good,
By 2 spaces.
good. Let me move it.
It will never
It,
arrive.
hey, the little spiritual weapon that
Eventually.
could. Okay, just
Eventually.
let it.
Good. Rev Raimi, your turn. It seems to be hurt from all different sides, barely moving,
Come
still
on.
trying
I
to
go-
attack you.
Come on,
I go to hit again.
you can
Good.
do this.
I go to hit again.
You can do this.
Yes.
I will smite.
If you go for it.
I will
Uh-huh.
smite, and for safety, I will also wrathful smite.
Oh,
As a
so
bonus
yeah, you
action.
can cast Wrathful Smite before.
Okay. Yes. Uh-huh.
So please connect, or I will have wasted spell points.
I mean, the Wrathful Smite would stay for a minute.
Yes, and even the Divine Smite.
I think that hits, Jones.
I will commit arson.
I think that
Uh,
In a video game. In a video game.
14
yes.
hits.
Yeah, I love it again.
14 hits.
I do not live in London, okay?
14. 14 to hit.
There's a 14
14
hit.
just hits.
14 to hit.
So
14 just
3d8,
So you got 3d8 and then Wrathful Smite is what? 2d6?
1d6.
1d6.
Go ahead and roll all the dice. In all
So-
their glory.
Do one-handed work.
It also has to make a
Work
wisdom.
menace.
It also has to make a wisdom
Yeah,
saving
war
throw.
cry.
17 damage total.
And did you add your strength just for?
Did you
Yes.
add?
Yes.
Good, beautiful. So how would you like to kill this? This thing has been hit side by from the sides.
I just
Fine.
skewer it.
You-
I just skewer it like a kebab.
As it's about to come towards you with its mandibles, you just lunge at it with your arm and just straight through, push right through. Then you hear that crunch from the other side of the exoskeleton. It falls limp, falls to the ground as you see this puff of smoke starts to emanate from it as its carcass sort of.
Now everyone make a constitution saving throw or be poisoned.
No.
Don't tell him that.
Don't give him ideas.
Don't give him
Oh,
ideas.
wait a minute.
Listen, he's already a bitch without my input, so I might as well.
It's so it's if it matters at all, its soul has to make a wisdom saving throw against the Wrathful Smite.
Yep. Or it will
The
be
gust,
scared of
in
me.
fact, the gust goes away from.
There you go. There you go.
Beautiful. So,
Maybe.
back on the asteroid field.
thanks.
We exactly. In fact, in the beginning, I'd like you to do a dexterity saving, please.
All right.
Everyone or just
No, just me.
No,
with
just the pilot.
with
The pilot.
All right. No. That's a 12. That's enough.
It's a 12.
Yeah, 12, yeah.
And you're going through the medium.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. 12 just makes it, but you do take half damage,
Okay.
which is 5 HP.
Okay, that's
Oh.
shields only, so that's good. Okay.
Okay.
Just keep.
Good.
Wait, when Yoneda focused on shields, we actually got full shields when the engineer focuses
Yes.
shields.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Good.
If we take hits like that, we can bear them.
I'd say yes. So with this we just focus solely on this fight. So you're in that area and now it's the ship's turn. What would everyone like to do?
I would ask for the captain to help me out with throttling forward.
Yes, yes.
I ask
will,
if anyone needs healing.
I will do
I
it.
know Miro.
I'm fine.
I will do it at full throttle.
Okay. Yeah. So
Beautiful.
basically, I get to.
Um,
How much do I move forward?
You move 2 squares. You'd be at the end.
Half its movement. Okay. Alright. Oh, fun.
Make sense?
Okay. I think that's generous.
Good.
But good. I appreciate it.
Miru will take shots at the asteroids, trying to reduce the amount.
Mm-hmm.
No, nice. He does this. Let me see. Yes, he does destroy one of the. Just one left.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Shields
yeah,
get
with
back.
that,
Shields get back up.
shields get back up. I'd like you to do one final save.
Okay, that climbed up all my dice. Okay, that's a 18.
Nice.
Beautiful. No damage at all as you emerge from the asteroid field, leaving it behind. And before you, there is the solar system, and that is where we'll close off the session today.
Woo!
Nice.
Lovely.
Thank you for joining us. For those of you watching,
Thank you.
and
Thank you,
There's
everyone.
someone.
posted on our social media.
Yes, and
Beautiful.
for anyone who wants to remember,
Well done,
tomorrow we have a gaming session for Vermintide. So
Tomorrow we have a gaming session.
enjoy that.
And that's where we'll close it. Thank
See
you
you
very much.
around.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
See you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good
Good night.
night or morning.